you did at the beginning of when you used to do this?
Yeah.
Just do. I mean, I watched a game today on
Yeah.
Squirtle. These are what the Squirtle guys did. Welcome, introduce yourself, talk about the records of both teams.
Once again, welcome everyone to tonight's game and festivities for senior night. If you'll direct your eyes down to the center field, our senior night ceremony, and backed by popular demand to MC Colson Pocock and Junior Riley Garrison.
Welcome to the 2021 Football Senior Night for Crossings Christian School. This is a night to honor our seniors who have represented CCS through the football season as members of the football team and the athletic training team. These seniors have spent many hours representing Crossings as student athletes and trainers. Each senior has been asked to select a coach or teacher that has made an impact on his or her education, as well as a few words from his or her parents.
Our first senior is Matthew Jolliffe. Matthew is the son of Leanne and Kevin Jolliffe. Matthew is a member of the football and soccer teams as well as the National Honor Society and Student Council. After high school, Matthew plans to attend Texas Tech University and major in biochemistry. Matthew is thankful for CCS as it has provided a safe environment to learn about Christ. Matthew would like to recognize Coach Jackson for bringing enthusiasm and energy to practice, which in turn makes him excited for practices and games. Matthew's parents would like to share. Matthew's life verse is Psalm 27, 1-3. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war breaks out against me, even then I will be confident. Matthew, we are so proud of you and thankful for the young man that you have become. We have been praying for you even before you were born and continue to pray and believe that God has a great plan for you. We love you. We believe in you. As you finish up your senior year, we encourage you to enjoy every moment, make lots of memories, laugh a lot, make times for your parents, and invest in your sister and little brother. Through it all, remember that your biggest fans will still be here cheering for you in everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matthew Jolliffe.
Our next senior is Mr. Logan McGowan. Logan is the son of Mel and Scott McGowan. He is a 4-year member of the football team, soccer team, state champion basketball team, and a state champion game day yell leader. He is also a member of the National Honor Society, theater, and student council. After high school, Logan plans to attend an undecided university and major in business. Logan is thankful for CCS because the people have helped him grow spiritually throughout his high school experience. Logan would like to recognize Coach Cleaver for helping him understand football from a different perspective when he changed to the linebacker position. Logan's parents would like to share. We are so incredibly proud of the young man you have become. We love watching you compete each week, but love even more your passion for the game and desire to lift up your teammates. Continue to follow God as you go into the next stage of your life. We know you are going to do great things and will always be cheering you on. We love you so much. Proverbs 3:6. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Logan McGowan.
Our next senior is Megan Mesa. Megan is the daughter of Julie and Philip Mesa. She is a 3-year member of the athletic training team. She is also involved in Student Council and National Honor Society. She also serves on the team board for Wings, a special needs community, and the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. After high school, she plans to attend an undecided university and major in pre-med. Megan is thankful for her time at CCS because she has found a community that keeps her accountable in her faith and pushes her through her journey. Megan would like to thank Jessica Jenkins for pushing her out of her comfort zone to try new things. She is always willing to help others, which has inspired Megan to lead a new life that focuses on serving others. Megan's parents would like to share. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Megan Mesa.
Our next senior is Michael Morris. Michael is the son of Carrie and Eric Morris. He is a member of the CCS football team as well as the soccer team. Michael plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in aerospace and aviation. Michael is thankful for CCS because it provided opportunities for growth in his faith through classes, small groups, and chapel. He would like to thank Mr. Turner for being an awesome teacher and small group leader. He always finds a way to make something fun. Michael's parents want to share. Cheering for you on and off the field has been our greatest joy. Witnessing your strength, your passion, your resilience, and your spiritual growth has been our greatest gift. Manifest your dreams and enjoy the moment. We love you to the moon and back. Mom, Dad, and Anna. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Morris.
Our next senior is Jackson Roberts. Jackson is the son of Sarah and Hayden Roberts. He is a 4-year member of the football team and has been a member of the Knights soccer team. Jackson currently serves as the senior class president and was also the junior class president. He is also involved in student council, National Honor Society, HOSA, cross country, debate, Spanish club, and SALT. After high school, Jackson plans to attend an undecided university and major in sociology. Jackson is thankful for his time at CCS because the school and people have allowed him to grow as a person in a safe environment as well as continue his growth in the future. Jackson would like to thank Coach Reidenauer for encouraging him and the team to be best off the field and a better player on the field. Jackson's parents would like to share. Jackson, football takes patience, hard work, and perseverance, and you have learned those characters traits well over the last 4 years. We want to thank all of the CCS coaches and parents that have poured into you and your success on the field over the last 4 years. We especially want to thank your best friends, coaches, Miss Jensen, and Scott McGowan for going the extra mile to pump you up for games and encourage you to play your game. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. Galatians 6:9. Your future is limitless, and we are excited to have a front row seat. We will always be cheering you on loudly. We love you so much. Dad, Mom, and Owen. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jackson Roberts.
Our next senior is Mason Snyder. Mason is the son of Brandy and Chip Snyder. He is a 4-year member of the Knights football team. He is also a member of the baseball and track team. Over the past 4 years, he has been involved in Spanish Club, National Honor Society, HOSA, and a chaplain. After high school, Megan plans to attend an undecided university and major in pre-medicine. Mason is thankful for his time at CCS because it has brought him closer to God through chapels and meeting friends that center their lives around Christ. Mason would like to recognize Coach Patterson for teaching him to be a better baseball player. Coach P has taught Mason to not only be a better baseball player, but also a better man. He's consistently been a source of advice and wisdom when he needed it the most. Mason's parents would like to share Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, do it from the heart, for the Lord and not for people. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mason Snyder.
Our next senior is Drew Taylor. Drew is the son of David and Stephanie Taylor. He is a 4-year member of the football team as well as the baseball team. He is also involved in National Honor Society. After high school, Drew plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in business. Drew is thankful for his time at CCS because it has given him the foundation to succeed as a Christian man. Drew would like to thank Coach Cleaver for pushing him to be the best that he can be. He is not afraid to hold Drew accountable in his faith. Drew's parents would like to share. We are so proud of you, Drew. Continue to work hard to be the man God has called you to be. Always remember, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. Ecclesiastes 9:10. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Drew Taylor.
Our next senior is Credence Von Tunglen. Credence is the daughter of Cara Rice and Chad Von Tunglen. She is a member of the athletic training team as well as tennis, Hope Squad, and art club. After high school, she plans to attend an undecided university, and her major is undecided. She is thankful for CCS for allowing her to learn about her faith and keeping her grounded in her faith. Credence would like to thank Jessica Jenkins for helping her break out of her shell and understand the importance of being true to herself. Credence's parents would like to share. Credence, we are so proud of you. It's such a privilege God chose us to sit on the front row of your life. Your willingness to allow Him to shape and mold you into who you are designed to be is inspiring. We love you so much. For this season, we pray 1 Corinthians 16:13 through 14. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Credence Von Tunglen.
Our final senior is Drew Wood. Drew is the son of Vicky and Guy Wood. He is a four-year member of the football team. He is also a member of baseball, the state champion basketball team, and a yell later for the state champion game day cheer team. Drew serves as a student council president and is involved in SALT, Link Crew, and National Honor Society. After high school, Drew plans to attend an undecided university and major in biochemistry pre-dental. Drew is thankful for CCS for impacting his spiritual life by helping him grow in his walk with Christ. Drew would like to thank Coach Cleaver for always believing in him and pushing him to be the best person and player he can possibly be on and off the field. Drew's parents would like to share. We admire your heart, your leadership, and your strong work ethic. We know there are great things ahead for you. Stay strong to your values and always remember faith, family, and friends will guide you through any obstacles and that true success is measured by happiness. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. We love you forever, number 10. Love Dad, Mom, and Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Drew Wood.
Knights fans, please give one more round of applause for our senior football players and athletic trainers.
Once again, let's also give a hand to senior Colson Pocock and junior Riley Garrison. They do a fantastic job. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for our prayer tonight and followed by our national anthem. Our prayer tonight will be given by Spencer Barnhill, our junior class chaplain. The national anthem will be presented by our CCS band and drum line under the direction of Michael Brown and Garrett Johnson, and led by drum major Junior Reagan Tollefson. I would also ask the kids in the north end zone to stand reverently and face the flag for our national anthem and our prayer.
Would you please pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings you have provided, and thank you for your never-ceasing love. Help us to be a light in a dark world, and help that light to never burn out. I ask that you comfort the stressed and be with our divided nation. Be with the players tonight and be with this game. I would also like to lift Debbie Sims to you and that she recovers quickly. We love and thank you, and in your Son's name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special presentation by our athletic director, Sean Shank, and he's also a man of all seasons. He does it all around here. Let's hear it for Sean Shank.
We love to take a little time at our final regular season home game to recognize the many volunteers that it takes to make game night such a fun and enjoyable experience here at Crossings Christian School. Would you join me in saying thank you to the following volunteers for their many hours of work and sacrifice? First of all, our chain gang, Guy Wood Sr., Scott McGowan, Bill Mashmeyer, Nick Rouse, and Eric Morris. Our press box personnel, Shane Dowdy, Jason Ledlow, David Patterson, Harrison Pierce, Dylan Copeland, Todd Lovelace, Ross Lovelace, and the voice of the nights, Bubba Sims. Stats, video, and score-to live streaming is done by David Brady, Tommy Lear, Jeff Walraven, Matthew Henneke, Claire McAllister, Christine Jean-Baptiste, Anthony DeFabio, and Lauren De La Garza. Our wonderful inflatable tunnel crew, David Taylor, Hayden Roberts, Caleb Meek, and Chip Snyder. The best athletic trainer in Oklahoma, Jessica Jenkins, and her student trainers. Our team doctors, Dr. Austin Taylor and Dr. James Mitchell. Our amazing development director, Terry Inman. Our spirit store director, Wendy Maza. Our incredible campus security team, led by Kyle Taylor at Crossings Community Church and the head of our security. Our game night campus security officers, Special Agent Rick Zimmer, Deputy Del Cheatham, Deputy Renee Gunn, and our own CCS resource officers, Sergeant Don Hull, Susan Perkins, and Brenda Campbell-Lindsay. Our head of maintenance, Bob Miller, and his assistant, Kevin Sutton. The head of custodial services here, Carlos Perez, and his staff. Our Booster Club president, Brandon Buchanan, our concessions coordinator, Marcy Bearden, all of our booster members, and all the parents who help us with concessions. We so appreciate our Booster Club. Finally, all of our gate workers, our band members, band director Michael Brown and Garrett Johnson, our cheer and pom squads led by our coaches Hayden Bingaman and Ray Burnett, and all of our fantastic coaches here at Crossings Christian Schools. Let's give them all a big round of applause for making football game night such a fun and unifying experience here at Crossings.
Test, test. Test, test.
Yeah, let us know. We can keep them quiet.
Tonight's officials, Perry Anderson, Jill Jones, Chris Braggs Lewis, Gary Chenault, and Dimitri Braggs.
All right, I got binoculars to help 'cause I can't see anymore.
If you'll direct your attention to midfield for the coin toss. Crossings captains tonight, Drew Wood, Mason Snyder, Logan McGowan, and Matthew Jolliffe.
Can you turn it off? Yeah. I think I turned it down.
Meeker will receive tonight.
I want to just watch it and see if it's a little delayed. I can almost like a replay. I can look at it, see it twice. Okay. That's perfect. These bars here need to be a little bit higher. They're like right on line.
Here come our Knights.
Hello, football fans. Welcome back. Here we are live from Knight Stadium in Edmond, Oklahoma. Here for another night of Friday night football as the Knights take on Meeker tonight. I'm here live with my dad, actually, who's doing the color with me, and we're ready to get started.
Thanks, Ross. I'm excited to be here with you. It's a beautiful night outside. I'm excited for another football game. It's been surprising to me. This Knights team has been really good this year. They're having a fantastic season. So excited to see another win tonight for the Knights.
You mentioned the surprise from the Knights team, and of course, I think all of us are a little bit surprised with the 6-2 start for Crossings, one of their best in school history. They have started 4-1 in district play, with their only loss being to Chandler. Meeker actually also lost to Chandler. Meeker sits at 3-5 on the year, 2-3 in district play, and I believe the Knights are tied for first in district. So we will get to see, first place team in district tonight, trying to get hot right before playoffs start, and there's no better time to mesh than towards the end of the season. So I'm looking forward to this matchup as the Knights have a tune-up game coming up before they go into the final stretch of the season, championship November. Lots on the line here coming up. Looks like the Knights will kick off, so the ball will start with the Meeker offense, and both teams are lined up and they're ready to get this one kicked off.
Yeah, number 7, Matthew Jolliffe is kicking off tonight. He has had a great season.
Matthew Jolliffe currently on the year is 5 of 6 from field goal range, 3 of 3 inside 30 yards, and extra points. He is 27 of 30. He has 4 touchbacks on the year, averaging 44 yards per kick, and he's ready to get this one kicked off. Jolliffe points right, points left. And this game is underway. Booming kick at around the 10-yard line, and he's going to take it out to the 15, to the 20, out to about the 31-yard line, where he is brought down by a host of Knights. And that is where the Meeker offense will take over here.
Right about the 31-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Meeker.
The Knights will start on defense, where they have been absolutely dominant this year, only letting up 14 points a game while scoring 34 points of their own. And that has been the strength of the Knights this year. As Ty Gabbert for Meeker in the shotgun, calls a man in motion, takes the snap, and he will be brought down at around the 30-yard line. Looks like that was Kevin Grady on the carry, the 5'8 senior there, and Blake Meek is in on the tackle. He has been huge for the Knights on defense with 44.5 total tackles, 26 solo tackles, and 13 tackles for loss. Blake Meek is a man out there, and he knows how to get in the backfield. Ty Gabbert looking to throw, looking, and he takes off and tackled at about the 31-yard line. Took off down the left side, but there was nothing there. Thought he saw a lane. He was brought down by a host of Knights. It's going to go to Molinex, I believe, there. And the Knights will have their first chance to get off the field here, as Meeker is set up for a 3rd down and 9 from their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, he was looking to the far sideline for the pass, but Peyton Brady actually was in great coverage there.
Gabbert in the shotgun, 3rd and 9, takes a snap. He's rolling right, looking, being chased down by Knights, just throws it up, and it is caught. What a catch. What a catch at around midfield there. That is a great catch there by Trayvon Compton. Wow. Looks like the Knights had solid coverage. Just Trayvon Compton went up and got the ball, jumped over one of the Knights defenders.
Yeah, I think they call that being mossed.
He did. He got mossed there.
Great position by the defensive back.
Great position there. He just won the battle there. Ty Gabbard in the shotgun again. Calls a man in motion. It's Compton in motion. He hands off to Compton around the 50-yard line where he is brought down after a gain of, it looks like 3. Called a man in motion, gave him the snap right up the middle. Knights sniffed it out pretty well there. It'll be second down and around 6 here. Looks like they gave him 4. Compton on the end around there.
Preston Mahan with the tackle on that, along with several other Knight
It'll
defenders.
be Ty Gabbert in the backfield, takes a snap. He's back to pass, fakes it, and he does pass it. It was a screen up the left, and he might be gone. To the 30, to the 20, and he's dragged out of bounds there by the Knights. It looked like he was going to be gone. The Knights called a blitz right there, and nobody was home as everyone went after the quarterback. Perfectly called screenplay right there. Gets about 25 to 30 yards up the left sideline, and Meeker is in Crossings territory. They are in the red zone here.
Yeah, good thing Blake Meek read that at the last minute and tracked him down.
Takes a snap, looking to pass. He does. He gets it out, and that is caught by Trayvon Compton once again. And it looks like there is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the field. We'll see what this one's on. Face mask against the defense. That is a brutal blow for the Knights there, as I'm sure this is not how they wanted the game to start off, with Meeker just getting chunk plays after chunk plays and then adding on 15 yards at the end of it with a penalty here. And now Meeker's going to be inside the 10-yard line.
You know, we've started a lot of games like this year where we give up a first drive touchdown, and then our defense just kicks it in.
Takes a snap. It's in motion again. Oh, and he is swallowed up in the backfield there. What a play. Read it like a book. It was a little read option with the guy in motion, and Gabbert kept it, and Silas Ward sniffed it out from the beginning. Great play by Silas to get in the backfield and really blow that one up.
Cooper Molinex was in on that play too, number 77 offensive lineman. He's a junior, and he's had a fantastic season.
It'll be second down and goal to go here for the Meeker Bulldogs. Takes a snap. He's rolling left, looking to throw it. He does throw, and he's open. Did he catch it?
Yep.
And they're going to say it's a touchdown. Caught it in the end zone. That is a pass from Ty Gabbert to Jason Brewer, and the Bulldogs strike first here. Not many people were expecting that opening drive, but they really knew how to attack the Knights there. They took what the Knights defense gave them and ultimately found them there. And this is an odd formation here for the two-point conversion. They have the quarterback and the center in the middle of the field and the whole team to the left side of the field here. What an interesting look here. Looks like there's some confusion. And I think Jason Brewer is set to kick here.
Got another flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Could be delay game. A legal substitution here for the Bulldogs, which will push them back about 5 yards and make this try just a little bit harder for them.
I've seen this before, Ross, but what's different about this lineup is that the kicker is actually ready to kick the ball.
And the whole line now shifts back over, and they're in a regular formation, and the kick is up. Oh, my goodness, and it is nowhere near the uprights. Great play by the Knights. I couldn't tell if they got a hand on it there or if that was just shanked to the left, but not what you want to see on the opening drive there from the defense. But hopefully they bounce back and start strong. You know, like I said before the game, that's been a very strong unit for the Knights, only giving up 14 points per game. And they've also forced 18 turnovers, too. And so, You know, you would love to see that as the game goes on, maybe get a turnover or two and get some momentum back on your side. But after the first drive here, it is Meeker 6, Crossing 0, 8:40 left in the first quarter as Drew Wood and the offense is set to come out here after the kickoff.
I'm excited to see Crossing's offense come on the field. They have been very good this year. Coach Keithley calling some very, very good plays this year. Drew Wood, best year of quarterbacking. Mason Snyder has been sensational. The running game has been great.
And the kick is off, and this one is going to go out of bounds, which will draw a penalty, so the Knights will get favorable position to start here. Looks like it went out of bounds at around the 30-yard line there, and here come the Knights offense, averaging 34 points per game, a high-powered attack here. Oh, looks like Coach Keithley and the Knights are going to make the Bulldogs kick again here and not take the yards. So we will re-kick here, this time from about the 40-yard line. Mason Snyder is back deep to return this, and Jason Brewer for the Bulldogs is set to kick this one off. As we mentioned, this one will be kicked off from the 35 after the penalty for kicking the ball out of bounds. And the Knights do not have a kickoff return on the year for a touchdown, so we'll see. This could be the game. Brewer set to kick here. The ball's off, and it's a pooch kick at around the 40-yard line. It's picked up, brought out about the 50-yard line, and that's where the Knights will set up shop here. Oh, they're saying it's a fumble. Did the Bulldogs come away with it? Bulldogs acting like they have it. We're waiting for a call. Looks like they're going to say his knee was down, and the Knights will take over at midfield here, where Drew Wood and the offense will come out. Drew Wood has had a fantastic senior year this year, passing for 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's really come into his own here as of late and is great at taking what the defense gives him. The short routes, the crossing routes, he's very precise there, and he has improved a lot in that area. Drew Wood will start out in the shotgun here with trips out to his right and one to his left. Wood takes a snap, looks to throw, throws across the middle, wide open right there, on the money, and he breaks away out to the 30. Dragging defenders at around the 25 to the 20, and he's down at the 20-yard line. A simple curl route that broke away for around 20 yards by Mason Snyder there. He just sat in the middle of the defense, found the zone they gave him, and took off.
Yeah, he just did a little curl right there. He was surrounded, but Mason is so fast. He just snuck right through. That was a big gain.
Great design there by the Knights. Get the ball in your best player's hands and let him go make a play. Drew Wood in the shotgun here once again. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and he gets dragged down at about the 22-yard line. That was Ward on the carry. He was brought down for a loss on the play. It looked like that was going nowhere from the beginning. There were people in the background right away there. Knights offensive line didn't get much of a push there, and the edges were leaking from the beginning. So now it'll be 2nd down and 12. One wide receiver to the left, 3 to the right, running back in the formation. Drew Wood from the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's looking back to pass. He passes screen out to the right, and it turns up field for about 3 or 4 yards. He gets a little more than 3 or 4 after the extra effort by McGowan. Great play to keep those feet churning and get a few extra yards, which will set up around a 3rd down and 6 for the Knights is what it looks like.
You know, one thing I like about Drew this year is he's putting a lot more zip on the ball. When he's passing in the flats, he's getting a lot more zip on it, and the play develops a lot quicker.
Drew Wood draws the defense off sides here, so now it's going to be 3rd down and about 2, heads-up play by Drew. He's been great at that this year, getting that hard count in. And the offensive line has been very, very disciplined in listening to the signal there from Drew. 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs will make this a 3rd down and 1 from around the 11-yard line, it looks like. They'll come out with 2 to the left, 2 to the right, running back in the formation. Wood in the shotgun, calls a man in motion, takes a snap, hands off in motion around the left side to the 10, to the 5. Oh, right out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Almost in for the touchdown was Mason Snyder, but the Knights get a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st down and goal for the Knights.
Yeah, I like that play with Mason Snyder. He's got so much speed when he goes to the sideline. It's kind of a jet sweep from a slot position. Almost got in the end zone there.
It'll be 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line here from the Knights. They'll have 1 wide receiver out to the left with 3 out to the right, running back in the formation. Once again, it is Silas Ward, the power back there. Drew Wood takes a snap, hands off to Ward up the middle. He's got a lane, and it's a touchdown, Knights. Silas Ward in on the 2-yard carry. The bruising back for the Knights has had a fantastic season, and he just continues to add to that tonight. That is Silas Ward's 4th touchdown on the year, and he has 300 yards rushing. That 1-2 punch from Walraven and Ward is lethal. Thunder and lightning. Silas Ward is their bruiser, and Walraven is the lightning. He has speed for days. And Jolliffe is on to kick right here, the extra point. Snap is up, hold is down, and the kick is up and good, straight through the uprights. That makes Jolliffe 28 for 31 on the season, near perfect, and Crossings takes the lead after a huge drive by Drew Wood, Mason Snyder, Logan McGowan, and capped off by Silas Ward for the touchdown. That is how you answer a letdown defensive drive to start the game, responding with your offense.
Yeah, very, very methodical there on that drive. That is what I've seen all year in Crossings. Their play calling is right on each time. Even if it doesn't work, the next play, they're doing such a good job at going to the next play. What a great drive! And what I've seen the rest of the year, earlier in this year, is that the defense steps it up right now. I'd like to see our defense just go ahead and get a quick 3 and out on this next drive.
Brewer and Grady set to return for the Bulldogs here. Jolliffe out to kick for the Knights. Ball at the 40-yard line, and the kick is off. We are back in play. This one is going to go down at around the 20, and it is picked up. And he is brought down. Oh, there is a flag on the play. Laundry on the field. He's picked up at around the 25-yard line, and that is Brewer on the return there. And it looks like they're going to move this one back just a little bit more after the penalty, assuming that this one is on the Bulldogs. We mentioned maybe a turnover could spark this defense, and they have had quite a few turnovers on the year, and including 4 defensive touchdowns. So we'll see if the Knights can get going here and maybe turn the tide of this ballgame early on in the first quarter.
Had a block in the back on that return, so that puts them on the 15-yard line to start this drive. It's a good start.
After the block in the back, the Bulldogs will take over here, 1st down and 10, with Gabbert in the backfield. He takes the snap, looking to pass. He wants to go deep, and he does across the middle, and it is caught there. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. Incomplete there. Silas Ward on the breakup there. Actually, that was Peyton Brady on the breakup. Got right in there on the slant and got his arm in there and broke it up. Great defensive play there by Brady. 2nd and 10 here for the Bulldogs as Gabbert will be in the backfield with 2 to his right, 2 to his left, and a running back in the formation. Gabbert takes the snap. He hands off up the middle, and this one goes for a long gain, bounces it outside, out to the 30, 35, 40, 45, and he's pushed out of bounds there by the Knights at around the 50-yard line. Looks like he trucked someone on his way out of bounds, and the Bulldogs sideline is fired up.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple run play off tackle, and he just squirted right through that line. And once he got to the edge, he just took off. Drew Taylor actually is the kid who got trucked. It looks like he might still be down.
There is a Knight down on the field. We're trying to see who it is right now. Looks like that is Drew Taylor down near the Bulldogs sideline at around the 50-yard line.
My guess is he just got the wind knocked out of him. He got hit pretty hard.
It looks like he did get the wind knocked out of him.
Drew's been a good player this year. I've enjoyed watching him. A lot of one-on-one tackles, a lot of solo tackles. He's very reliable.
Drew Taylor is 4th on the team in tackles currently with 26 tackles on the year, 16 of those coming as solo tackles. He also has 2 sacks for 22 yards and 7 tackles for loss. He has been a key to the Knights' defense this year, and that would be a huge loss to have him out for any extended period of time. So hopefully that young man is okay and he can walk off the field here, where it looks like he is a little bit wobbly, but he is up and walking off the field with the training staff over there.
You know, I'd say that Crossings is not that deep of a football team, but then you look across the sidelines, and Meeker has about
They have
5 players, 5 subs on their sideline.
Currently listed on the roster. Meeker has 18 active football players. Definitely small for a school in Oklahoma, especially 2A. But the Bulldogs have found a way to win some games this year. Really impressive by that squad.
Absolutely.
1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. This is Gabbert in the backfield. Calls a man in motion. He takes a snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. And this one is sniffed out by the Knights early on. They were ready for that one. Ball is out. They're going to say his knee was down there. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. They really gained nothing right there. The Knights were ready for it as they tried the exact same play. Gabbert handed it off right up the middle, and a host of Knights were there to make that tackle. Second down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. Ball is at midfield. Gabbert at quarterback takes a snap, dropping back, looking to throw. He's pressured, rolling left. Oh, and he gets nailed down at the 40-yard line. What a sack there. My goodness. What a sack by Preston Mahan, who has been an absolute animal this year on defense. That is his 14th tackle for loss on the year and his 7.5 sack. What a season that Preston Mahan is having, and what a tackle there. I mean, he laid that guy out.
Yeah, that was a great sack. The quarterback was actually in the air trying to throw the ball. He's lucky he held on to that ball.
Gabbert drops back to pass. He's rolling to his right, steps up in the pocket. He's going deep, and this one is great coverage there. It looked like he might have had a man, and it looked like Olsen might have had a chance to pick it off there, but that ball sails over his head, and the Knights will get off the field once again. Great possession there, responding to that first defensive drive. And it'll be 4th down and 19 for the Bulldogs. Knights set to get the ball back right here.
Yeah, Luke Olson was in good position. He was behind the receiver. He was going to play the ball perfectly, and then it just sailed right over his head.
Gabbert back to punt here. Oh, and they're going to have a chance to block it. They miss it, and it is going to be downed. Oh, man, what a punt. This one's going to be down all the way at the 3-yard line. Wow. Snyder let that one go over his head. That might have been an opportunity to fair catch that and start at the 20. I don't think he could have gotten to it. It was a weird punt there. And then the kick rolls down to around the 2-yard line. The Knights are going to be backed up into their own end zone. Backs against the wall here. Let's see if they can have a 98-yard touchdown drive. That would sure be impressive.
What a punt that was. It was a bobbled snap.
Looked like it was going to be blocked for a second. Picked it up and booted it all the way down to the 2-yard line. What a play. Drew Wood in at quarterback, backed up in his own end zone, takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and that's going to be a safety. That is going to be a safety from the Meeker defense. Yes, they've called it on the field. Safety for the Bulldogs. I could not tell what happened there. It looked like he might have bobbled the snap. He may have bobbled the snap there, but some form of miscommunication with the offensive line and the quarterback there allowed Meeker to force a safety there backed up in the 2-yard line. It looks like Drew Wood tried to hand the ball off, and that caused a fumble on the play to where Drew Wood fell on the ball, preventing a Bulldog touchdown, but still giving up a safety. So now Meeker actually leads 8-7 after a weird turn of events there.
Yeah, the defensive line for Meeker just broke right through immediately, and they were going to tackle the guy with the ball. It looked like Drew maybe pulled the ball out and was going to run it himself, and in the transition, he fumbled it and causing the safety. But give credit to Meeker defensive line. They broke right through that line.
Looks like the Knights will have to punt here back to Meeker, and so they will get another chance after being stopped and held to a 4th down and 19 there, where the Knights let that ball roll down to the 2-yard line, which ultimately proved extremely costly for this Knights football team. And now they find themselves in another hole that they're going to have to battle out of. Brewer and Grady deep here as Jolliffe is set to kick off from around the 20-yard line. And great kick there. That's a booming kick at around the 28-yard line, and it's picked up by Brewer, who gets out to about the 40-yard line, and he turns it up to the 50, 55, and he is down at around the Crossings 43-yard line. So the Bulldogs are going to start out with great field position here. Not ideal for the Knights there. Looks like that kick had a lot of leg but not a lot of air under it, and it didn't give the Knights a whole lot of time to chase that one down, and Brewer had a nice little head start there.
Yeah, that was kind of a line drive kick.
Ty Gabbert in shotgun again, takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He wants to go deep. He is going to go deep, and he's got a man. Oh, and it is broken up there. Great play. I believe that is Brady on the breakup there. Fantastic play by him to get his hand in there and break that one up. He had a step. He did. He had a little step, and Brady reached his hand out at the last moment and broke that play up. Great work by Brady there.
Also an impressive pass by the quarterback for Meeker.
Really stepped up in the pocket, took a massive hit, but delivered it. And that ball went 40 yards in the air, 50 yards in the air. Great ball. Gabbert in the shotgun again, calls a man in motion. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's rolling right, looking to throw. He does. He's got a man. Oh, man, and he is hammered there. Wow, what a play by Mason Snyder. Absolutely leveled him the second that he caught that ball. Great play.
I think Logan McGowan was in on that play. It was almost a double hit. He had two of them attack him at one time.
And that's exactly what you want if you're the Knights. Caught it in the flats, turned around, and right when he turned around to run, immediately was swarmed by 2 Knights defenders who absolutely laid them out there. Knights crowd getting loud here on this 3rd down and 8. Gabbert in the shotgun takes a snap. He's rolling left, looking to throw. Knights break through the line. He does throw it at the last second. Oh, right through his receiver's hands. That pass was maybe a little bit high. I'm not sure how that guy got so wide open right over there. It looked like some blown coverage at around the 1st down marker. But nonetheless, it is going to be 4th down and 8 here for the Bulldogs.
I like the aggressiveness from Coach Keithley there on defense. They brought the house. The guy was running for his life, and he just tried to launch one over and just kind of sailed on him. It actually went out of bounds, so didn't really give the receiver much of a chance there. But he was wide open.
Looks like Gabbert is going to punt this one after his last punt. This one is going to be, they're going to let this one bounce too. Oh, and it takes a Knights bounce there up to about the 16-yard line. I am surprised that they let that one bounce again after the last one. Usually when it's inside the 20, you want to get under that and fair catch it there, but the Knights rolled the dice once again, and this time it paid off. They're going to start at around the 17-yard line here. Drew Wood and the offense back out here. It looks like we're going to start with one out to the right and trips on the left. Wood will start this possession from the shotgun. He takes the snap, and he's dropping back to pass it out to the flats, and he is out at around the 25-yard line, I want to say, and that is Nate Rouse on the catch. They got him out in open space and let him work and took about 7 or 8 yards. That's one thing the Knights offense has been great about, is getting their playmakers the ball in space with room to work and making Drew Wood's job a little bit easier.
Yeah, Crossings has so many weapons. Nate Rouse, another great weapon. He's strong, he's sure-handed, and he's got a lot of speed.
Wood from the shotgun here calls a man in motion. He takes the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle, and there's a huge lane for Walraven, who cuts it up the left side, and he is out at around the 40-yard line after a huge hit there by Trayvon Compton. But what a run by Walraven. It looked like he was going to be stopped right at the line, and he just bounced outside to the left and turned it up for about 20 yards there. Walraven has been an absolute monster in this offense this year, where he is averaging 8.5 yards per carry, unheard of, as he is having a massive year for the Knights as their scat back, their speed back. We're seeing more of those these days, and he is that for the Knights. Looks like we're going to get a false start here, miscommunication with Drew and the offensive line. Everyone was moving there. I don't know if you could call it on one player.
Yeah, back to Walraven. He's so fun to watch. He's just so fast. But I have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. This is one of the better offensive lines I've seen at Crossings. They have opened up a lot of holes against some really good players.
Wood calls a man in motion. He's from the shotgun, takes a snap, dropping back, looking to throw. Oh my goodness, what a one-handed snag there across the middle of the field. That was Logan McGowan there, who just reached out of thin air and grabbed that ball like he was Odell Beckham Jr. That was crazy. What a catch by Logan McGowan.
Like I told you, they got a lot of weapons on that team. The senior, Logan McGowan, I mean, I've watched that kid play football for many years. He's got fantastic hands.
And that ball had some zip on it, too. That is impressive to be able to reach and just grab that ball out of thin air. Looks like Drew Wood will start in the shotgun here with 3 out to the right, 1 out to the left. Silas Ward is the running back in the game. Takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and that is Ward on the carry. Great carry there. Great carry for around 10 yards right up the middle. Great blocking by the line, and it looked like Silas had a little bit of extra burst right there. He's not really known for his speed, but, man, he hit the hole hard, and he got upfield quick there.
He's got deceptive speed. He's more really just strong. Like he just bounces off people.
Wood will be in the shotgun here. Silas Ward remains in the game. He'll come out with trips to the left and 1 wide receiver to the right. Wood from the shotgun takes a snap, looking to throw. He throws over the middle. Oh, and this one is a little bit to the right, and that one will fall incomplete. Intended for Logan McGowan once again there. Great play. Try and get it back to Logan McGowan. That was just that pass was just a hair off there as Logan McGowan could not reach it.
We got 1:49 left in the first quarter here.
Wood in the shotgun here. Silas Ward still in the game at running back, takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Ward, who powers through, keeps his legs going, and wow, he pushes the pile for an extra 3 or 4 yards there. That is what Silas Ward brings to the table there, is he keeps his legs moving, and he gets that extra yardage right there. With the help of his offensive line giving him some extra push as well. And the Knights will have a 3rd down here, 3rd down and 5, very manageable. It'll be interesting to see what they call here. I would expect a quick pass over the middle like what they've been doing, getting the receivers in the holes that the defense gives them and letting them work. Wood from the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's looking to pass. They're going to go deep. Oh, and he just misses him over the field. It's over Snyder's head. I would not be surprised if Keithley and the offense stay on the field and go for this. This is a weird part of the field. Can't kick a field goal. Can't really punt. I think they're going to go for it. It looks like they are.
You know, one thing I noticed is I thought the wind would play a big factor tonight, but the flag is as still as can be out there.
4th down and 5 here. The Knights' first 4th down chance of the game. Drew Wood takes a snap. He's rolling, looking, and he throws it to Snyder in the open field. Makes a man miss. Snyder's gone. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Touchdown, Knights. Great play by Mason Snyder. Great block up the field by Luke Olson right there, it looks like. That was Logan McGowan, actually, right there on the block. And Snyder takes that one to the house for the Knights. What a play. Got him out in space, and McGowan held his block for about 20 yards there. I mean, impressive stuff from the senior wide receiver, Logan McGowan. And he actually blocked 2 of them now that I'm looking back at it. Blew 2 guys up there. Logan McGowan made that play happen. Great pitch and catch.
A senior to a senior to a senior right there. Logan, that was tremendous blocking all the way down the field.
Jolliffe on to kick the extra point, and this one, just like the first one, is right through the uprights. Jolliffe is just as consistent as they come. What a drive for the Knights. That was they had a 4th down and 5, backs against the wall. They needed to respond after that safety, and they got the ball to one of their playmakers in space and let him do the rest, and Logan McGowan held a block there. Great play by the Knights. Great display of leadership from the seniors, setting the tone here, and the Knights now lead 14-8 with 1:05 left in the first quarter.
That was a great play call, too, by Coach Keithley. You're right, though, Ross. He gave it to the guy, to Mason Snyder, right on the sideline. Let Mason do what he does very well. And he used his speed, get down there, but the blocking all the way down the sideline, just a great play call.
That's one thing that I've been really impressed with about Coach Keithley this year is his ability to simplify the game for his players. It looks like everyone is on the same page out there, and they know exactly what they want to do. They don't want to make Drew Wood have to do things that he's not comfortable doing, and they're getting his receivers open in the holes, and he is getting them the ball and letting them do the rest, making the quarterback's job easier, all these playmakers that the Knights have on offense. Jolliffe set to kick here after his last boot here from the 40-yard line. Oh, it's an onside. It is an onside. Oh, and the Knights are going to have a chance. Oh, and he squeaks through. A Bulldog player picked up that ball. I thought the Knights were going to have a chance to recover it, but it took a nice bounce and some great hand-eye coordination from that Bulldog lineman who picked it up and took it in for a couple more yards. For the 3rd straight possession, the Meeker Bulldogs are going to have fantastic field position to start out.
They do, but they only have a minute. Well, I guess it's only the first quarter, so they have time. But that was kind of a risky play.
It was. I couldn't really tell if it was a squib kick or an onside kick. It looked like an onside kick. It had just a little too much leg in it. It was a little too powerful there. It squeaked through to where a Bulldog was able to pick it up there. Ty Gabbert is going to be in the shotgun here from around midfield. He takes a snap. He's looking to pass. Goes over the middle of the field. Oh, my goodness. What a massive hit there across the field. Who was that? Blake Meek. Blake Meek, again, bringing the hammer right there. He just laid someone out across the middle of the field, breaking up that pass. What a play there by Blake Meek. That is actually his first pass breakup of the year. I imagine blitzing, he doesn't get many of those opportunities, and he came up big there for the Knights. Gabbert once again looking to pass, tried to draw the Knights off sides, but they remain disciplined right there and don't jump, don't take the bait. Gabbert takes a snap. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field. Once again, oh, and it is almost intercepted by the Knights. Looks like that ball was just a little bit too high for his intended target there. And the Knights are going to have another chance to get off the field. 3rd down and 10, and they still have the lead. Clock is stopped. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, they keep running sort of a tight end out there, and he's just doing about a 5-7 yard curl, and the linebackers are all around him, making it very difficult for him to find that little window to squeeze the ball in.
Very quick pass, quick play. It almost looks like the Tebow jump pass. It almost does. He just has a little guy fill out, and they look for him. Gabbert back to pass on third down. He's going to go deep. He has no one out there, and it's picked off. Picked off on the right side of the field. Looks like that is Brady, and he's going to take it out 50 to the 45, 40, 35, and he's pushed out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. What a play. That is Snyder actually out there on the right side of the field. What a play there by Mason Snyder. Takes that about 30, 40 yards for an interception return.
I tell you that the quarterback for Meeker threw that into double coverage. Mason played it very well. He played behind the receiver, came up to make a play. I think it was a little bit overthrown. Mason played that perfectly.
Knights take over on the 36-yard line here as Drew Wood comes back out with the offense. He'll take the snap from the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He's going to go deep. And Mason Snyder comes across the field and can't make the catch. Is that picked off? Nope. They're going to call it incomplete there. It's not back-to-back interceptions. Back to that interception there by Mason Snyder. You know, an interception for Meeker on 3rd and 10 from there would not have been the end of the world. It would have been a solid punt if Mason Snyder would have gone down right where he caught it. But I don't think that they expected him to return that about 40 yards. And so worst case scenario there for Meeker as Snyder gets his hands on that ball and takes it all the way into Knight territory, or Bulldog territory rather, as the Knights are pressing on, knocking on the door of the red zone here. After that incompletion from Wood, it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off up the middle, and there's nothing. He is stopped for about 5-yard loss on the play. That's Silas Ward on the run there, and he just gets gobbled up in the backfield.
Yeah, it was Cade Massey, a sophomore, a giant sophomore, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's been getting a lot of pressure.
The Bulldog defensive line has actually been in the backfield quite a bit tonight. On a few plays, it looks like they've just had a couple busts there. As there is a timeout on the field, we will also take a timeout and be back with all of your first quarter action as we return to play. And we are back here after that break in action, and it is the end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter. Pretty high-scoring quarter here for the Knights and for Meeker. Crossings, they're only giving up 14 points a game, and Meeker has already scored 8 here. So they're already getting close to that average. A high-scoring quarter all around, a weird quarter, too. We had a weird punt down to the 1-yard line. We had a safety. Lots of exciting things happening here. Wood in the offense back out. Wood will start from the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to throw, gets it in the flats to Snyder, who turns it up to the other side of the field, out to the 30, 35, cuts back in again, out at around the 20-yard line. What a play there by Snyder. Looks like there is a flag. This one might be coming back.
Again, I love that Coach Keithley keeps giving the ball to the playmakers, and he gets it to them quick and then lets them make the moves. And Mason probably put 3 or 4 moves on that play, and, man, just an exciting runner.
It was a little tunnel screen out there to the and there's going to be another flag on the Knights. unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like. Sideline warning, something going on down there. Anyways, it looked like a tunnel screen out there to the left, and Mason Snyder caught it on the left side of the field, completely reversed the entire field, and took it to around the 20-yard line. But it looks like this one might be coming back. Nobody seems to have any idea what's going on out there. I believe that's a sideline warning. I think they might have called this unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe on one of the Knights' coaches. It looked like, I thought it was sideline infraction. Sounds like the booth thinks it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Either way, the Knights are going to have 4th and a mile here. 3rd and a mile here, correction. It'll be 3rd down, and they're still marching this one back. 3rd down and more than 20. 25. The Knights will have a long way to go here. The Knights are all the way back to the 48-yard line of Meeker, and they need to get to the 33-yard line. So 3rd down and 26 here for the Knights. They'll come out with trips to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right. Drew Wood waiting on the play call here. Not sure what the holdup is. Looks like the clock has stopped. Man, they are struggling out on the field right now. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like some Knights fans are clamoring that this should be a 1st down, even with the penalty.
I'm not sure what the an original flag was. It was a 1st down.
I think it is going to be a 1st down and long because Snyder did get the 1st down, and the block in the back or whatever happened was either after the play or after the 1st down was gained. So it's actually going to be a 1st down and 10 here for the Knights, but they just got moved back to around the 50-yard line. Much more manageable situation here for the Knights. Silas Ward in at running back. Drew Wood takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to go out to the flats, and that is Logan McGowan again on the catch. Great little out route there by McGowan, and great timing by Drew Wood to put that one on the money.
That's what I love about watching Drew this year. His passes are a lot more accurate. They're quick. They're methodical. He's just getting a lot more speed on his passes, getting it to the playmakers quicker.
Drew Wood here from the shotgun formation once again, drops back. He hands it off up the middle. Oh, my goodness. Silas Ward broke through 3 people right there. There's a flag on the play. But I don't know how he did that, ladies and gentlemen. He had 3 people surrounding him right at the line of scrimmage and somehow broke through all of them.
He was literally in the middle of 3 people.
That was like that Twitter thread a while ago on how did CeeDee Lamb score on this play, where he would be surrounded by defenders and somehow find a way out. That was Silas Ward right there. Channeled his inner CeeDee Lamb and somehow broke out of those 3 defenders. Still nowhere. It looks like it's going to be brought back just a little bit on a holding call there. That'll push the ball back to about 2nd down and 10. Which negates McGowan's out route.
I don't know who was holding because the only thing I saw was McGowan or who was it?
Silas
Ward
there
in the
was
middle
no
of
one
3
to,
people.
There was no one to hold there. They were already all through the line, and Silas did his thing. Drew Wood back to pass here. Oh, he's going to hand off again. Silas Ward up the right side of the field, turns it up to around the 40-yard line. Another great run there. Silas Ward is getting like 10 yards of carry here. You got to feed the beast in this drive. It'll be third down and very short here, and I would be shocked. Third down and very short here. I would be shocked if they didn't go back to Silas Ward.
Yeah, you're in the part of the field where you probably are going to go for two. Go for it on fourth down anyway.
You have 2 plays to get this 3rd and 3. Drew Wood from the shotgun draws a Bulldog defender offsides. Looks like he got back on sides, though. Drew Wood did not hike the ball when he was off, so they're going to 5 seconds on the play clock. Drew Wood takes a snap. He's going to throw, looks over the middle, has him wide open. I think McGowan might have been on his knees there. He was on his knees when he caught it. Looked like McGowan slipped and somehow still made the catch. What a first half that Logan McGowan is having here. I believe that's his 4th catch already. One of them was a left-handed snag out of the middle of the air. And this one on his knees, another acrobatic catch. Trips out to the right with Silas Warden at running back. Drew Wood from the shotgun takes a snap, drops back pass. He wants to go deep. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Snyder. It's caught at the 5. Oh, and he breaks the tackle in for the Knights. Touchdown. What a play by Mason Snyder. His 2nd touchdown of the night. Looks like they had him wrapped up, but he spun out of it and is in for another Knights touchdown. Great play by Drew Wood to find him in single coverage, streaking across the field, and Snyder did the rest. Took a man off of his back and into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Again, what a great play by the offensive line. Drew Wood had all day to throw that ball. And he let Mason get away from his defender. He created some space, and what a great catch, what a great throw. Great line.
Great play there by the Knights as Jolliffe adds another extra point. 3 for 3 on the night. And this high-powered Knights attack is now up to 21 points with a little under 10 minutes left to play until halftime. Great offensive showing for the Knights, and you have to remember, this offensive outburst is coming even with a possession that was negated by a safety. So they're 1 possession shy, and they still have 21 points already here. The Knights defense also heating up here as they're about to come back out onto the field. They've put together 3 straight stops. Great suffocating play by this defensive line who continues to get in the backfield and makes this quarterback throw a few bad throws that eventually get picked off, like we saw last time with Mason Snyder intercepting that ball and taking it back into Knights territory. Really, really great showing after that first defensive drive, that mishap on the first possession. The Knights have responded in an impressive manner here.
I told you at the beginning of this game, for some reason, the Knights remind me of Oklahoma. They just start out slow that first possession, and then all of a sudden they just kick it in gear and figure things out.
Jolliffe set to kick off here for the Knights. The ball is at the 40-yard line. Motions right, motions left, and we are off. This is a little pooch kick out to around the 30-yard line. They're going to let that ball drop, and it is picked up at around the 30-yard line is where I'll go out of bounds, 35-yard line, 34-yard line, and that is where the Meeker Bulldogs and Ty Gabbert will set up shop, looking to keep the Bulldogs in this game. They have to score points with the Knights. We'll see what they can do here.
Jolliffe's good about that little pooch punt. He just gets it down right about the 30-yard line, then relies on his team to get down the field as quickly as possible to make that tackle.
It makes you think that one of these days the Knights might even get that little pooch punt because the other team doesn't. It falls in the weirdest spot for them not to be able to get it, and they're right there. The Knights are every time. Ty Gabbert in at quarterback once again. He'll come out in the shotgun. He hands it off out the right side, and he has a lot of room to run there. Oh, my goodness. He trucks another Knight defender. What a run there by Grady, I believe. That was Kevin Grady there on the carry, and he just trucked Silas Ward out in the flats, and that is not an easy thing to do. Silas Ward is a strong guy.
says Kevin Grady's 5'8", but
I don't think he's 5'8". Looks like the Knights jumped off sides there. I think that was Logan McGowan. And they're going to get him for, yep, there it is, offsides. Makes this second down a lot easier for the Bulldogs. That might even give them the first down. We'll see what they call. Looks like it's going to be second down in inches, maybe. They did give them the first down, as the Bulldogs are going to get a free one there. The Knights don't make many mistakes like that. They are a very well-coached team, but they give up the first down there on just a boneheaded mistake where you jump early. And those are going to happen. Those are going to happen. You just got to limit those throughout the game. Ty Gabbert takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and he has room to run there. Oh, my goodness. He squirts it out to the left side, and he is brought down by a host of Knights. It looked like he was wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, but Kevin Grady once again squeezes through a bunch of Knights defenders right there and somehow gets away. And it is another first down for the Bulldogs, who are conducting another surgical offensive drive here.
First and 10 on the 44-yard line.
First down and 10 here for the Bulldogs as Grady takes a snap. He looks to throw. He's going to throw. This one is short. It looks like they're going to say he caught it. He gains no more than 2 yards right there. Great coverage out there on the outside by Mason Snyder. 1 yard. 1 yard there. Second down and 8 here. Oh, it's a little trick play, a little shovel pass up the middle. The Knights were there quickly. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. That one is in the backfield, so I would not be surprised if this one's coming back. Nice little play design. It was like a shovel pass, but almost a handoff there. The Knights were ready for it. They got about 4 or 5 yards. But this one is coming back. Looks like there was holding on the play for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs have a holding call.
So they will have some work to do here in the next few plays to get this into a manageable third down situation. The Knights have had a lot of penalties called on them tonight, and they finally get one in their favor here in the second quarter. About 8 minutes left in this second quarter of play, and already a very exciting ball game. Ty Gabbert takes a snap, pump fakes. He wants to go deep, and he is going to go deep, and that is a wobbly ball, and it's picked off on the far side of the field there, and they say he got a foot inbounds. What a play there by Nate Rouse. Just the ultimate athlete here for Crossings, a strong kid. Great play on the ball to go high point it and pick it off over a receiver.
Yeah, again, Gabbert is throwing into double coverage there, and Knights have a great defense set up. They've got a safety back who played it great. The defensive back played it great. And, Nate Rouse just pulled that down. Great play by him. Strong hands.
First down and 10 for the Knights here as they'll come out with 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a running back in the formation. Drew from the shotgun takes a snap. He hands off. He's going to kick it out to the right, and he squeezes through out to about the 42-yard line. Great run there by Walraven, who gets about 12 yards and is just adding to his yards per carry, which is already ridiculous. Great play there by Walraven. At this point, Walraven is good for 8 to 12 yards anytime he touches the ball.
Well, they sealed the defensive end on that play really well, and left the whole side of the field open for him.
Drew Wood in the shotgun here. He wants to pass. He is going to pass. He's wide open. He is wide open down the field to the 20, to the 15. Oh, and he's pushed out of bounds at around the 6-yard line. Great play there by Luke Olson. I don't know how he got so wide open. It looked just like a breakdown in coverage there. and Drew Wood threw it and led Luke Olson down the sideline there. He threw it before he even knew where he was going to be, led him right where he wanted him, and that was just a breakdown in coverage there by Meeker.
So they didn't even line anybody up on Luke Olson. He was on the sideline, closest to the sideline, and he was tapping his helmet to tell Drew, "Hey, nobody's on me." And then he just took off down the sideline, and Drew saw him.
Heads up play by Drew Wood there as he takes a snap, throws it to the flats, and this one is going to be in for 6. In for 6. That is Walraven on a swing pass from Drew Wood for another touchdown. Drew Wood's big night continues so far as he is finding people left and right, and this Knights offense is firing on all cylinders here in the second quarter as they now lead 27-8 with Jolliffe on for the extra point.
Yeah, again, just great play calling there by Coach Keithley.
Great play calling. Let Walraven get the ball in space and beat the guy to the edge, and that is exactly what he did. Just squeezed in right inside the pylon. Good for another Knights touchdown. They are really clicking tonight. Jolliffe on to kick right here. They kick this extra point. Looks like the Knights jumped. They did. They're going to have a little false start, and Jolliffe is going to have to test his leg a little bit more.
This will be nothing for Jolliffe.
I believe Jolliffe hit a game winner earlier this year, right?
He did.
Jolliffe has been a huge part of the Knights' success, and people, sometimes overlook that special teams group, but he has been playing, out of his mind for Crossings. I can't remember the last time Crossings has had a kicker that they can count on for points at all times. Snap is up, hold is up, and the kick is up and good. I believe that. Oh, it looks like it's going to be to the right. That one had the leg from around 40. That had lots of distance on it there, but looks like it veered to the right there. It looked good from the press box.
Yeah, that fooled all of us. That looked right down the middle. Another great drive by the Knights. I love it. The seniors are just, at this point in their career, I think they just know what to do better. They're just executing so much more efficiently.
This Knights defense has really given lots of opportunities to the offense here as they are putting the offense in places to succeed, in positions to succeed. And the Knights defense is really stepping up here after that opening drive. They are going to get a chance to come back onto the field and get the ball back to a hot Knights offense that really can't be stopped right now. Jolliffe set to kick here from the 40-yard line, and this one is off. He's going to kick this one deep. A booming kick to around the 9-yard line. Taken out by the Bulldogs, out to around the 20, finds a little hole, and he is down at around the 27-yard line by a host of Knights.
Here we gave him credit for the little pooch kicks, and now they just kicked it long on that one.
Back to Walraven and his success this year after that touchdown catch. That is Walraven's 8th touchdown on the year. As he has just been a surprise for this Knights team. 436 yards rushing on only 52 attempts, 8.5 yards per carry for his 8th touchdown of the year. An incredible season for Walraven continues. Ty Gabbert calls a man in motion, takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and he is brought down in the backfield there by the Knights. What a tackle there. That is Blake Meek once again for the Knights as he is doing everything on defense and really doing the dirty work here. Blake Meek and Silas Ward are two players that you want to have on your team, two just bowling balls that you can really stick anywhere. They're great utility players, and they continue to play great this game. Second and 14 here for the Bulldogs. Ty Gabbert back to pass. He wants to go deep. He's rolling to his right, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds there. You might be careful on the sideline of a late hit there. It was close call, and it'll be third down and very long after the Knights defense forces him out there. Great play. Silas Ward, just like I said last play, Silas Ward and Blake Meek are all over the field here making plays for this Crossings defense, making it easy for the secondary players, just getting a ton of pressure on the quarterback here.
Yeah, and that's really what we've been doing well all year long, is putting so much pressure on the quarterback.
Gabbert back to pass. Oh, and they break through the line. Looks like he's going to throw it to the flats, and he has Grady wide open, but he is met there by a host of Knights. Great play. It looked like it was going to be a sack at the beginning. Bunch of Knights defenders just squeaked through the offensive line untouched. But Ty Gabbert evades the pocket, makes a play, and finds his guy in the flats. Luckily, the Knights defense was fast to get there and met him. Looks like they're going to call a face mask. I must have missed that. That's an unfortunate penalty right there for the Knights because there was really no need for a face mask. It was one Meeker Bulldog player with the ball surrounded by 4 or 5 Knights defenders. That's a tough penalty.
Yeah, it would have been third and long, and now it's a first down.
No disrespect to the Meeker offense, but I believe that the Knights now have more yards in penalty. They're killing themselves this game.
I believe that's on the Knights again, another encroachment.
Oh, they're going to call this one false start. This is a penalty fest right now here from Knight Stadium. Just undisciplined on both sides.
We might have got away with one on that one. It looked like we drew them off sides.
It did. Meeker will have 3 out to the right, 1 to the left, running back in the formation. He hands off. He's going to bounce it up the left side, and he is dragged down there by Silas Ward, who is all over the field. That is his second tackle for loss on this drive. Silas is in the backfield after every play. He is playing great for the Knights.
So they just lost all the yards that they gained back on that penalty.
It is going to be second and around 20 here for the Meeker Bulldogs. Ty Gabbert back to pass. Bobbled snap. He's rolling to his right, looking to throw. He does throw downfield, and it is. Looks like that pass was batted down there by Mason Snyder. I couldn't tell from where I was if he was able to pick that off or not, but looks like it sails out of bounds. Great play there by Mason Snyder. Once again, great coverage by the Knights secondary that started by the initial push from the defensive line, causing the quarterback to roll out of the pocket.
Yeah, Mason did a great job of getting in position there and just batted that ball out of bounds.
And that's a tough throw to make on the run with the sideline next to you. Gabbert takes the snap. He's looking. Oh, he's pressured. He's rolling to his left. He wants to throw it. He does throw across the middle of the field. And it's picked off. Picked off at the 40, to the 30, to the 25, 20. And he is out of bounds at around the 22-yard line. Another interception by Mason Snyder. What a game for the senior. His second interception to go with a long touchdown here in the first half.
Mason played that great.
Great play there by Mason Snyder he just continues to make big plays all over the field. And he has left his mark on this game already, and it's the second quarter. Mason Snyder.
And you got to give it to the defensive line. We're making Gabbert run all over the place. I mean, he's running for his life, and then he finally gets rid of the ball.
Drew Wood in the shotgun here. He takes a snap. He wants to pass. It's another screen out to the right in the flats, and that is Walraven once again after his That is actually Peyton Brady in the game at running back there, and they just moved him out to the right side of the field, gave him the ball in space, and let him try and go to work, and he picked up 2 yards there. Not a bad play for the Knights. Drew Wood here looking to score one more time before the half runs out. 4 minutes left in this first half of play. Wood from the shotgun. He's dropping back. It's a pitch out to Brady, who has a lot of green grass. He turns it upfield. Man, he's quick, and he is out of bounds right around the marker there. He looks like he's going to be just short.
Gabbert makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
You know, with the roster size of Meeker, I wonder if they're going to have enough juice for the second half. These guys are playing both sides of the ball, obviously.
The Meeker defense really needs to get a stop here if they want to stay in this game heading into halftime.
15-yard line.
We'll see if they can make a stand here. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Knights. A huge play coming up for both teams. Drew Wood from the shotgun. He's going to throw it across the middle. And it's caught. Somehow it is caught. That ball snuck through the defender's hands and somehow got caught. I believe that's Nate Rouse. The concentration to stay with that play is incredible. Nothing short of incredible. I have no idea how that pass wasn't intercepted. And it is caught by Nate Rouse and taken in for another Drew Wood throwing touchdown. What a day for this Knights offense. I mean, how did that ball sneak through there? I do not know.
Well, the defender went for the interception instead of batting the ball down, and he just didn't have enough to get both hands over there. One hand, he probably could have blocked it.
And that kick is no good again.
Kick is not good.
No good again.
I think I jinxed Jolliffe.
We did. Very, very uncharacteristic.
I've never
last
seen him
two
miss
kicks
it.
from Jolliffe.
An extra point in the entire year, and now he's missed 2 in a row.
Crossings 33.
Crossings now leads 33-8 here in the second quarter. Just a high-powered offensive attack there. And like we were saying, that ball had no business being caught, and Nate Rouse had his eye on it the entire time, never lost sight, caught that slant, and turned it up for a touchdown. Another Drew Wood passing touchdown.
So impressive is Drew Wood tonight. Just all of his passes are quick, they're sharp, they're accurate, and letting his guys do the work. All these guys, a lot of them are seniors. Nate Rouse obviously is not, but a lot of these guys are just letting him go to work. I love that.
Just a reminder at halftime. Coming up halftime, we'll have the senior parents, the cross country and band participating.
Jolliffe here set to kick off to the Bulldogs, and if the Bulldogs are going to hang around and stay in this one, they absolutely need a score here, desperately to stay in this game.
Jolliffe sets the kick.
Ball is set on the 40-yard line here as Jolliffe is set to kick off, and this one is away. Looks like it's a little squib kick up the middle, and the Bulldogs fall on it at around the 33-yard line where they will set up shop as they try and punch it in here before half, which would be crucial in their efforts to hang around and keep this one a ball game.
Yeah, if Meeker wants to stay in this ball game, they need to make something happen right here. If they give the ball back over to the Knights, they might just score before half.
Crossings defense out on the field now as Ty Gabbert is in the backfield in the shotgun. He takes the snap, hands off up the right, cuts back, and nothing going there. Great play by the Knights defense to wrap him up and get on him early. Once again, I know we keep talking about it, but that defensive line is just causing so much pressure on that Meeker offense. That was Silas Ward in on the tackle once again, getting his hands on Grady's feet there and just wrapping him up. Great play. Great play by the Knights defense.
Second and 11.
Second down and 11 here as time is running out for the Bulldogs. Gabbert drops back to pass. He's rolling out on the move, makes a throw. No good. It is incomplete. Falls incomplete at around the 45-yard line. He had two wide receivers out there, and it kind of fell right in between them. Great pressure once again, forcing him out of the pocket there.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Gabbert. He's an athlete out there.
I mean,
He's
he's running
doing
for his
everything
life.
he can to get out, to get away from the defenders, and he's doing a good job. He's doing all he can.
Gabbert is running for his life out there, trying to throw on the run, just trying to evade that Knights defense. And you have to remember, these Knights defensive linemen are not. Gabbert back to pass here, looking to throw, and this one is incomplete. As I was saying, these Knights defensive linemen are not these big bullies. Silas Ward is the running back. He plays running back on offense, and he takes all the carries. And so he is getting in the backfield. These Knights defensive linemen are fast for defensive linemen. Most teams don't have that speed off the edge that Crossings has, and it is showing here as Silas Ward is having his way. Fourth down and 11 here for the Bulldogs. We've seen them punt twice, but they've been pretty aggressive here, but it looks like they have to punt backed up into their own territory. Snyder back deep to return this punt. Another solid punt, as Snyder's going to get a chance here from the 30-yard line. And the ball's out. Looks like the Knights fall on it. Mason Snyder never had a clear catch on that from the beginning. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like he couldn't get the ball clean there.
Yeah, but it bobbled in his arms, and then he ended up holding it behind his back, and then he got hit. As he had it in his back, he got hit, and it popped out.
The ball was sure to come out if it was behind his back. The only time I remember that ever happening and it working was Jalen Hurts, OU Texas, and Lincoln Riley was not happy, as I assume Coach Keithley probably not happy there.
I would assume Hurts did that on purpose. I don't think Mason Snyder did on that one.
Trips out to the right here for the Knights with one to the left, running back in the formation. Drew Wood from the shotgun. He takes the snap. It's a high snap. Hands it off to Silas Ward up the middle. Great run there by Silas Ward, putting his head down and getting 5 yards. That looked like a Kennedy Brooks run right there. Taking what the defense gives him, staying patient, and hitting the hole hard.
I'm pretty sure if Coach Keithley watches this broadcast back, he's not going to be happy about all the OU references. We're going to have to throw in some OSU references here.
Trips out to the right with one to the left, running back in the formation. Drew Wood from the shotgun takes a snap. Looks like this one is going to be offsides on the Bulldogs, which will make this first down here for the Knights, as they have a chance to score once again before halftime.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left, Meeker needs to buckle up here and shut these Knights down, because they're on a roll right now.
Drew Wood is going to work from the shotgun once again, as we've seen all game here. He's back at the 30-yard line. Ball set at the 35. Drops back to pass. It's a quick out pass to Snyder, who makes a man miss. 2 men miss. Now he's turning it upfield. Goes out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. That was impressive, too. Made something out of nothing right there. He was tackled. He was about to be tackled about 2 or 3 yards in the backfield and just found a way out.
Very smart move by Luke Olson there. He had a block to make, but if he blocked him, he was going to be a block in the back, and he just let him sort of olayed him and let him by him, and didn't take the bait on that. Smart heads up. There's nobody lined up against Luke Olson again right now.
Drew Wood from the gun, takes a snap, hands off up the middle. This is Ward again. Oh, my goodness, making people miss left and right all the way out to about the 50-yard line. Great play by Silas Ward, who continues to run the ball extremely well. And this Knights line, offensively and defensively, is dominating, really setting the tone here.
What's interesting is the defense is not getting set. So you got receivers open, and it's not like the Knights are running up to the line fast.
Wood from the shotgun once again, takes a snap, looks back to pass, and it's a quick out. Oh, and this one is just dropped right there. Looks like that one is dropped by
Cross-country and dance.
Luke Olson out there in the flats. Just took his eye off the ball. Like we said, Drew's ball has a lot of zip on it, and that was a stinger out to the right. Just a short out, and Luke Olson just couldn't concentrate and bring it in there.
He drilled Luke right in the hands, and Luke was thinking about running before he actually caught the ball, which happens, a lot to receivers. They got to catch that ball first and then take off.
Heard footsteps there. Drew Wood from the shotgun here once again takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Ward again, who has a big hole up the middle and is brought down from behind. Looks like he had a handful of jersey early there, which slowed Ward down. But this is going to make this third down a lot more manageable here for the Knights, as it'll be around 3rd down and 5.
Double on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 5 upcoming for the Knights, as they have converted when they need to. We saw a 3rd down conversion earlier, a 4th down conversion earlier. We'll see what they do here. Drew Wood from the shotgun once again. He takes a snap. He's going to throw. Looks like this is a tunnel screen back to Snyder, who turns it upfield, and he's going to have the first down there. Great play there by Mason Snyder. I thought he had a hole further out to the left side of the field if he bounces that one out. But he turns that one back to the inside of the field, crosses midfield once again on that same tunnel screen with play we saw earlier, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to go upfield, but he was being patient and following this block, following that tunnel that was lining up for him. So I understand wanting to get upfield, but he showed great patience right there.
Here tomorrow while you cheer on the Knights today. Visit Trail Wealth Management. Thank you. CBRE number 1 in commercial real estate, the number 1 fan of the Knights. Thank you, CBRE. Written Construction, celebrating a legacy of more than 75 years. And Sonic Drive-In, live today.
1st down and 10 here for the Knights after that Mason Snyder catch and run. That tunnel screen has been one of the Knights' favorite plays tonight, and I don't blame them. Getting the ball out quick and getting it to playmakers like Logan McGowan and Mason Snyder is always a winning recipe. Drew Wood back onto the field here for the Knights as his huge first half continues. He's going to have a chance to add to it here with about 1:20 left until halftime. Wood takes a snap, dropping back. He wants to throw deep. He has vertical routes. He's going deep. He's got a man open. Beautiful pass, and it's caught again. Touchdown by Mason Snyder. What a dime by Drew Wood on the run. 40 yards in the air. That was his most impressive pass of the night and one of his most impressive passes of the season. Dropped it right in a bucket, and Snyder does the rest. What a play from Drew Wood.
What a play. What a play by the offensive line again. Just giving Drew enough time. I mean, they're just doing such a great job giving Drew time to let his wide receivers get open and make moves. And, man, what a dime that was.
For those of you counting at home, Mason Snyder now has 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns. I can't remember who scored the first touchdown. He might have 3 touchdowns tonight. But he is making plays all over the field, and Jolliffe breaks the streak of 2 misses and gets this one to fall. And the Knights have scored 40 points in the first half tonight. What a display, what a fireworks show by the offense, and what a half for Drew Wood and Mason Snyder. Going back to Drew Wood and that throw, that's the difference between this year and last year. You see that poise to step up in the pocket, not rush anything, let the route develop, let Mason Snyder get a step on the secondary, and then air it out. The arm strength has never been a question for Drew Wood. He's always had the strongest arm on the field. The accuracy and the precision and the patience is what he has improved on so much, and it's so evident watching him this year. He has turned into a phenomenal quarterback, and he is really boosting his stats for the season this game and just having a monster first half.
Jolliffe set the kick. Brewer and Grady are back to the ball.
Jolliffe set to kick here as the Knights will give the ball back to Meeker with 1:13 left, and they lead 40-8. After Meeker got up 8-0, the Knights have responded in the best way that they possibly could. Pooch kick here from Jolliffe falls to about the 20-yard line, and they are going to return this. It's Grady on the return out to about the 30-yard line, and the Knights defense is going to have a chance to make one last stand here before half. It'll be interesting to see what Meeker does here, if they want to just take this one into half or they want to take a couple shots deep with 1:06 left.
I'd be surprised if they didn't try to put some points on the board. I know they don't want to turn the ball over, but they don't have a whole lot to lose at this point.
Anytime Mason Snyder gets his hands on the ball, he is a threat to score, so they just need to keep the ball away from him. Try and throw it to the other side of the field. We haven't seen him go after Luke Olson a lot tonight. Gabbert takes a snap, drops back, and this one's a screen out to the right. Oh, and it is dropped there by Grady. His first drop of the game. He's had a great game so far. And that one is dropped. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Good news for Meeker. It stops the clock. 1:02 left in this first half of play, where it is 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Three wide receivers out to the right, one to the left. Running back in the formation. Calls a man in motion. Gabbert takes a snap. He's going to hand off to the man in motion, and he is swallowed up. Oh, and he escaped from that. Looks like one of the Knights had a hand on his back and was dragging him down, but he squeezed out of there and was brought down by a host of Knights. Looked like Luke Olson was in on that tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 6 here, and if this was a closer game, Coach Keithley would probably be calling his timeout to try and get the ball back. But I think the Knights are satisfied going into halftime up 40-8. Gabbert rolling to the right, looking to throw. He wants to go deep. He does, and this one is out of bounds. Never had a chance. As we said earlier, Gabbert continues to be running for his life here and just can't get any rhythm on the offensive side.
Yeah, that was Matthew Jolliffe again from the end, the right end, giving him pressure and flushing him out of the pocket all the way to the sideline. He got his hands on him the last play, and he squirted out from him. Jolliffe's doing a good job getting pressure, though, from the end. I don't know too many kickers that can also play defense like Jolliffe.
Oh, and the snap is muffed. Oh, and it's blocked by the Knights. It goes straight up into the air, and it is out of bounds at around the – it stays in bounds, actually, and it rolls to about the 50-yard line. 12.8 seconds left. You wonder if the Knights might take a shot or two to the end zone. I would expect them to just knee this ball out, but with the way Drew Wood has been airing it out, he could probably get it there if you give him 2 plays. If I were a betting man and I had to guess, I would say the Knights are just going to knee this one out. But we'll see. They come out and trips out to the left, one to the right. Running back is in the formation. Looks like it's Brady. Wood takes a snap. He's going to throws it to the left side of the field. McGowan gets the ball, turns it upfield, and he's going to have a chance. At around the 30-yard line is where he gets tackled. Great play by McGowan. 2.6 seconds left. Knights need to call a timeout here, and it looks like they're going to. They're going to have a shot to go score here. They ran a nice little screen out to McGowan, who turned it up the field for about 25 or 30 yards. They may kick this field goal. Great play by Logan McGowan to just keep fighting, stay on his feet, and get down exactly when he needed to. If he stayed up any longer, we're going to halftime right now. But now the Knights have a chance. I think they are going to kick this field goal. I thought that they might try it, and it looks like they're going to. This will be a 47-yarder here. Right? 47? That is a long field goal attempt for Matthew Jolliffe. This will be a great chance to get back on track after those 2 missed extra points. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to have someone back to return in case he is short. Jolliffe is an elite soccer player, which is where his leg comes into play here, and he'll have a chance to put the Knights up even more here. Snap is up, hold is down, and the kick is... Oh, it looks like it was blocked at the line. It looked like it had the leg. That was a rocket coming off the line, coming off the block, and that is the end of the first half. Great showing for the Knights offense and the Knights defense. What a response after the opening drive. And the offense has really taken off here, taking it to a new level. Drew Wood having an outstanding half. Mason Snyder playing all over the field. Silas Ward, Blake Meek, defense. The Knights are firing on all cylinders right now. As halftime approaches and senior night festivities continue, we are going to take a break. We will be with you live here in the second half of play. Thank you for joining us for the first half, and we look forward to a second half of football.
Again, everyone, welcome to our senior night ceremonies. Our cross-country and band seniors and parents. Tonight's ceremony's MCs will be Junior Olivia King and Matthew Hooper.
Welcome to the 2021 Senior Night for Cross Country and Band for Crossings Christian School. This is a night to honor our seniors who have represented CCS through their specific season. These seniors have spent many hours representing Crossings as student athletes and band members. Each senior has been asked to select a coach or teacher that has made an impact on his or her education, as well as a few words from his or her parents.
Our first cross-country senior is Carly Atchley. Carly is the daughter of Elizabeth and Christopher Atchley. She is a 4-year member of the Lady Knights cross-country team. During high school, she has also been involved in cheer, track, and served on the Special Care Teen Board. Carly has also been an active volunteer with the Children's Center in Bethany and the OU Medical Center. After high school, Carly plans to attend an undecided university and major in mechanical engineering. Carly is thankful for her time at CCS because it has provided a strong foundation for her faith. It has given her a support system through small groups and positive coaches and teachers who had invested in her. Carly would like to recognize Mrs. Jonte for pushing her to be a more diligent student and being supportive when she was struggling. Carly's parents would like to share Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carly Atchley.
Our next cross-country senior is Avery Brown. Avery is the daughter of Mike and Melissa Brown. She is a 1-year member of the cross-country team at CCS. She is also involved in POM, orchestra, student council, and serves as the Arts and Decorations Chair for Student Council. After high school, Avery plans to attend an undecided university to major in environmental chemistry or biochemistry. CCS has provided Avery with a community of believers as well as provided spiritual role models. Her spiritual questions are encouraged and spiritual growth is fostered at CCS. Avery would like to recognize Miss Bounds for encouraging her to step outside her comfort zone. She is a continual support system and has shown her unconditional love. Avery's parents would like to share. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ. Philippians 4:6-7. We pray this life verse brings you peace and joy no matter what season you're walking through. You truly are an inspiration to us in the way you lean on God daily and handle life's challenges with grace. We pray that you will continue to trust and seek after God who created you to do big things for his glory. We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Avery Brown.
Our first band senior is Christian Hill. Christian is the son of Rebecca and Thomas Hill. He's a 4-year member of the band and is also involved in esports, band leadership council, National Honor Society, wrestling, and Spanish club. After high school, Christian plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in management information systems. He is thankful for CCS because he had the opportunity to dive deep into the historical facts of the Bible. Christian would like to thank Mr. Brown for always supporting him and pointing him in the right direction. Christian's parents would like to share. Be strong and courageous, and do the work. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord God, my God, is with you. 1 Chronicles 28:20. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christian Hill.
Our next band senior is Emily Rowe. Emily is the daughter of Elise Macaulay Rowe. She is a 4-year member of the band and is also involved in theater, show choir, National Honor Society, and Link Crew. After high school, Emily plans to attend the University of Northwestern at St. Paul and major in business. CCS has introduced her to some of her closest friends who have encouraged her in her walk with Christ. Emily would like to thank Miss Lux. She has always been there for her and encouraged her to be a better person throughout Emily's years at Crossings. Emily's mom wants to share the following. Numbers 6:24-26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emily Rowe.
Our final band senior is Luke Warmington. Luke is the son of Chad and Courtney Warmington. He is a 4-year member of the band, where he is also a 4-year member of the drumline. He is also active in the National Honor Society, esports, Spanish club, and has been named to the principal's honor roll. Athletically, he is involved in wrestling, soccer, and the game day cheer team. After high school, Luke plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in pre-law. Luke is thankful for his time at CCS because he has great teachers and mentors to guide him through his walk with the Lord. Luke would like to thank Mr. Brown for teaching him valuable lessons over the past 6 years. Luke's parents would like to share. We pray you will always remember the words of Ephesians 4:1, to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. And how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news, Romans 10:15. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luke Warmington.
Let's give one more round of applause for our cross-country seniors and pep band seniors.
Crossings fans, please welcome to the field your 2-time state champion Palm team. Give them a big hand. That's incredible. Way to go. Remind everyone that Palm will be competing at regionals on November 6th at Woodward High School. State will be the following week on November 13th at the Moore High School. See you guys there.
Now, if you would welcome to the 50-yard line our 3A boys and girls cross-country teams. Let's give them a hand. Our cross-country teams competed in regionals last weekend and qualified for state, which is tomorrow at Edmond Santa Fe High School. Our girls run at noon, and then our boys will run at 12:20. The award ceremony will be at 1 p.m., and you will want to be there because you're also looking at the 3A state academic champions, both boys and girls from Crossings Christian Schools. How awesome is that? Let's give them a hand. Good luck tomorrow nights as you go compete.
Don't forget to step on by to the Knights Cafe. Fill up on your favorite concessions. They've got nachos and hot dogs and drinks and all kinds of snacks. The CCS Pride store also is next to the cafe, where you can get all kinds of Nike baseball hats, bleacher seat backs, outerwear, CCS footballs. Check them out. Campus store right next to the Knights Cafe. Remind everyone that our last scheduled football game is November 5th, next week. We'll be playing Millwood at Millwood.
Hello and welcome back for second half action here from Edmond, Oklahoma, Knight Stadium. Just a dominant half by the Knights, a dominant first half of football. We saw a few times where they could, fold to adversity. The first drive of the game, giving up a long touchdown drive, starting out the game down 6-0, and then once again on the safety play. Just another response by the Knights battling through adversity. Heck of a first half by Drew Wood and Mason Snyder. We did get the stats confirmed. Mason Snyder in the first half of play has 2 interceptions and 3 touchdowns. I don't know if you will find a better stat line than that for a full game tonight anywhere in Oklahoma. But Mason Snyder did that in one half. Drew Wood has 4 passing touchdowns. Knights defense is all over the place, and as a team, this crossing squad is really firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and I especially I love the defensive effort. They're they let a touchdown go in the first half or the first drive of the game, and then they figured it out, and they've done that several times this season. But they figured it out quickly, and the defensive backs were covering their guys. The defensive ends and the linemen were giving pressure to the quarterback. They're plugging the holes, the linebackers. I mean, just such a great defensive effort. There's a lot of gang tackles. There's not a lot of, solo tackles going on. They're just flying to the ball. Just a fun defensive game right now.
And the Bulldogs will kick off here. To the Knights as the Bulldogs did start the game with the ball on that long touchdown drive. So now the Knights will get a chance to start off here with the ball and see what they can do here. The kick is off, and it is a pooch kick. This one might be going out of bounds. Should have just let it roll out. But that is fielded there by Bennett Baker, it looks like. Great heads-up play there to fall on the ball. And the Knights will get the ball with some good field position starting on their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the freshman. Heads-up play just to grab that ball and sit on it.
Drew Wood comes back onto the field after throwing for 4 touchdowns in the first half of play. Looks to build on that here. Knights are going hurry up here with trips to the right. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle. That's Silas Ward, turns it up after a cut, gets about 4 yards. You saw the Knights kind of hurry up to the line there, catch the defense off guard. We mentioned a few times they didn't have anyone lined up on our wide receivers a few times. And so the Knights are going to try and use that to their advantage in the second half, it looks like. Looks like it'll be 2 wide receivers out to the right and 2 to the left with Silas Ward, the running back in the game. Drew Wood from the shotgun here calls a man in motion. Wood takes the snap. He's going to hand off again up the middle. Silas Ward makes the original man miss and bounces outside. He has the first down. Looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line. Great play by Silas Ward to shake off the initial defender and make something out of nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of a specialty for Silas Ward. He's just so tough, strong, just bounces off defenders, gets the extra couple of yards that he needs for the first down. Very impressive from Silas Ward.
50-yard line here for the Knights as Drew Wood has a first down and 10. Calls a man in motion. He takes a snap. This is going to be a jet sweep out to... It looks like Mason Snyder, who turns it up at the 40-yard line, out to the 30, to the 35, to the 20, 25, and he's pushed. Oh, no, he cuts it back upfield, out of bounds at around the 6-yard line. He could have easily gone out of bounds at around the 20-yard line, cuts it back upfield for that extra yardage. What a play there.
Looks like they got him down actually at the 11-yard line.
Looks like he did step out just a little bit short. Great play to fight for extra yardage there. First down and 10 here for the Knights after another chunk play. Great run by Mason Snyder there.
Yeah, I love that jet sweep. Snyder's speed really makes that work.
2 to the right, 1 to the left, calls a man in motion. Drew Wood takes a snap, looking back to throw. He rolls to his left. He's going to run this ball out to the 10-yard line, and he wisely goes out of bounds at around the 9-yard line. Don't want to take any chances there, especially in a blowout. Great play by Drew Wood to just step out of bounds there. Looks like we'll have about 2nd down and 9 upcoming. The ball is on the 10-yard line. Second down and 9 here. Trips out to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Silas Ward, the running back in the game, takes the handoff, bounces out to the right, and he is stopped there in the backfield. That was Braden Harris in on the tackle. Great wrap-up there. We haven't seen many people get Silas Ward down on their initial attack. Great play there by Harris, and the Knights will now have a 3rd down and 14 here. We haven't seen them in many 3rd and longs here. It'll be interesting to see what they go with.
You know, the wind is still not a factor here, so even if they don't pick it up, I would assume that they'd kick a field goal.
Wood back to pass here from the shotgun. He's rolling to his left. He's looking end zone. End zone got a man wide open, and that's Logan McGowan. Oh, and it looks like he dropped it. The pass was just a little bit short, and McGowan couldn't hold on. He was open there in the back of the end zone, and it looked like just a miscommunication there. Drew Wood underthrew him just a little bit, and it hit McGowan's hand, but he could not hold on in the end zone. Looks like this might be Michael Morris in to kick instead of Jolliffe, trying out something new here for this field goal. Morris, also a soccer player.
Michael's a great kid. Another senior.
That had a lot of leg on it. Wow. And that's good. Great kick there from Michael Morris. Wow. And that is going to be, it looks like a 32-yarder there from Michael Morris, which would be his longest of the year. He's kicked 5 extra points. He's 5 for 5 on the season. And now he adds to that total with a 32-yard field goal. Great kick from Michael Morris as the Knights tack on their first field goal of the game to lead 43-8 here in the 3rd quarter.
I love that Michael Morris got to kick that for the senior, get to come in and make that play. I wonder if we'll get some more kids on the field that don't usually play as much. Be fun to see some of these kids get some playing time, get some experience.
Never bad to have 2 kickers that are absolutely elite soccer players either on the team. Brewer and Green are set to return this kick here by the Knights, and this one is up, and this is a pooch kick out to, and he muffs it at around the 20-yard line. This ball is live, and he picks it up around the 15, tries to cut it back upfield. Great play by the Knights. Great tackle there on the outside, and they're going to stop him at around the 15-yard line. Looks like that was Nate Rouse in on the tackle. Great play by Nate Rouse, who continues to just put his head down, go to work, and have a huge game. Rouse is just a do-it-all Swiss Army knife for this Knights team. He can really do anything necessary, anything they ask him to. He's a great runner, great receiver. I remember him running the Wildcat a couple times last year. He can really just do it all. Ty Gabbert back in at quarterback, hands off, squeezes through the offensive line. Nice little run there for about 4 yards. Just a little read option that he handed off there. Good for a gain of around 7. Great play there by the Bulldogs. It'll be 2nd down and 3 here upcoming. There was movement up front. Looks like they're going to get the Knights for jumping offsides. That'll be their second or third offsides penalty of the game. Pretty uncharacteristic for the Knights. But another offsides penalty, and that will make this a 1st down and 10 here for the Meeker Bulldogs as they look to get some momentum, anything really, in this third quarter. Back to passes Gabbert. He turns it up to try and run, and oh my goodness, he is swarmed there by the Knights. That was actually Brewer there on the end around, and that was Blake Meek in on the tackle once again as him and Silas Ward continue to rain terror over this defense. They are on a mission tonight as they are in the backfield every play. That speed D is on display here for this Knights defense. It'll be 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Just a little under 8 minutes left in this third quarter of play. Looks like laundry on the field once again, and this will be a false start on Meeker. So the 5 yards they just gained will be given right back, and we will have a 2nd down and 14.
Cooper Molinex has been also playing very well from the defensive line position. He was in on that tackle with Silas Ward. That last play, just putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He's been a big addition to the team this year.
This will be Meeker ball set on the 22-yard line here where it's 2nd and 14.
2nd and 15.
The Knights have Brady and Olsen lined up wide at corner. Takes the snap. It's going to be a tunnel screen up the middle of the field, and it is sniffed out right there, right away by Molinex. What a play by Molinex to see that before it started and make the tackle.
Yeah, right on cue. I've been watching him the last couple of plays, and he's just in the right place at the right time. He's tough. He sniffed out that tunnel screen, grabbed him by the back of the jersey, and just pulled him down there.
Gabbert back to pass. He wants to go deep. He's looking, rolling. We'll see if he tries to throw it, and he does at the last second, and this one is caught. What a catch there. Mason Snyder had his arm in there to try and break that pass up, but just a great effort there by Braden Harris, his second big play of the game, and that one is good for a Meeker 1st down on 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, they backed that quarterback all the way to the sideline, and he had to get rid of it as quickly as possible. He's getting, a step away from stepping out of bounds.
It almost looked like he was just throwing up a prayer, and Harris came in out of nowhere and caught that one near the sideline. Ty Gabbert from the shotgun takes a snap. Another false start. My goodness, this has been a drive full of penalties here for both teams. And Gabbert just can't seem to get on the same page with his offensive line. And that has been a thing that has been going on all night. As Gabbert is just trying to find any sort of momentum like that last play to build off of for this Meeker team. First down and 15 here as Gabbert is back to pass. Takes the snap. He's going to throw the ball. Knights are in the backfield early. Oh, and it looked like a strip. The quarterback is down. That was a heck of a tackle there, a pressure, and it looks like there is a flag on the play. Something happened after the play. That was Preston Mahan, who had a sack earlier in the game with the pressure right there to force a bad throw, one that couldn't even really make it out of his hand. What a play there. Looks like this one's going to be on the defense, though.
Preston came from the opposite side of the field. The quarterback didn't see him coming. He ran all the way around and was able to just chop his arm right before he threw the ball. Great effort by Mahan.
I'm not sure what that was. Looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct there. That is a long walk-off. Now the ball will be placed from the 35 all the way to the 50. So the Bulldogs will have the ball at midfield, and a drive full of penalties continues here. That is the Knights' second unsportsmanlike penalty of the game. Very uncharacteristic of them. Gabbert in the shotgun here, calls a man in motion. Gabbert takes a snap. It's a high snap, hands the ball off, zone read to the offside, and he is brought down there. And it looks like that was Silas Ward in again on the tackle. Good for a gain of about 4 there. They like that play. The handoff and the read option almost is what it looks like. And Kevin Grady's been just trucking forward and getting all the yards that he can get, just taking what the defense gives him and cutting upfield. Gabbert from the shotgun again here. He takes a snap. He's dropping back to pass. Knights break through the line. He's rolling to his left, running for his life. And he hangs on to it. He's going to try and turn it upfield at the 45. Close to the marker, but he's just short. We're going to have around a 3rd down and 2. Gabbert saw nothing downfield there and decided to take off and made a nice little play with his legs.
Great coverage there by the defensive backs. They had him covered up. He had nowhere to throw the ball, so he just pulled it down and started running.
3rd down and 3 here for Gabbert, and the Bulldogs takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the left, and he breaks through the line, makes 2 men miss, and gets the 1st down there. Nice play by Kevin Grady. Once again, he's been a consistent playmaker for the Bulldogs tonight and continues to make plays, getting that 1st down on the outside there.
Yeah, he's having a great night. They haven't been passing the ball very well, but when Grady gets the ball and he's rushing, they've had some good runs up the middle, around the edges. He's doing a great job.
Gabbert calls a man in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Grady once again, fights for extra yards, and he's going to get about 2 or 3 before he is swarmed by a host of Knights. Their game plan this second half has been simple on the opening drive. Get Grady the ball. Try and get the ball in your playmaker's hands, as the Knights have been doing, and really just feed him the rock and just let him go to work.
You know, when you're down 43-8, you want to pass the ball, obviously, but they're getting a lot more success by running the ball.
Takes a snap. He's dropping back to pass now, and this will be a screen. Turns it back upfield, and he makes a cut out to about the 26-yard line, it looks like, and that'll be good for a Meeker Bulldog 1st down. Great play there by the Bulldogs. Great play design since the blitz coming through a screen out to the right. And that was Cade Massey on the play there. Great catch and run for the Bulldogs. 1st down and 10 with 3:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Gabbert takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking, throws it, and it is incomplete. Flag on the play. This one is in the backfield. I have a feeling this one's going to be holding. We will wait on the call. Face mask on the defense. Interesting. There wasn't even a chance to tackle anybody. It must have been one of the linemen there. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Looked like it was the guy that was blitzing from the outside, and they just got tangled up, and I don't think it was intentional. His face was up there, right next to his hand, and he just grabbed it for a second.
First down and 10 here from the 16-yard line as Meeker is in the red zone, takes a snap. It looked like a read option to the outside, but they hand it off as a type of – it almost looked like a shovel pass there up the middle for about 10 yards. It looked like it was going to be a speed option between the quarterback and the running back, and he discreetly handed it off to a guy crossing coming in motion, and he gets about 10 yards there.
Yeah, it's the second time they've run that play. It's just kind of a misdirection, and it caught Crossings off guard.
The Bulldogs try and go fast here and get the Knights to jump off sides, but the Knights are ready for it this time. They have single coverage out wide on both sides as the Bulldogs will come out in shotgun formation. Gabbert takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. Looks like he wants to run, and he's stopped there short. Quarterback keeper on the edge is blown up there by the Knights. Great play by the Knights defense. That one could have gone for 6, but they went low and made a play. It'll be second down and goal here from about the 3-yard line for Gabbert and this Bulldog offense, looking to get something, anything going here. Gabbert takes a snap, hands off to the left, and he's in for the touchdown. That is Kevin Grady continuing his big day. The Bulldogs finally get back on the board after that opening drive of the game and make this one 43-14 with the extra point ensuing.
That was an impressive drive by Meeker. Come out at halftime. There are a lot of flags, a lot of penalties, but they hung in there and they kept working the things. They kept running the ball, did a good job, and they get the 2-point conversion there.
Gabbert does complete the 2-point conversion on an out route there to make this game 43-16 with 1:49 left in this third quarter of play. Last drive we saw the Crossings offense a little bit more conservative, running the ball more than we've seen and settling for a field goal. After that touchdown, it'll be interesting to see if the Knights take the same approach or if they want to score a few more times just to be sure about this game. I know Coach Keithley probably feels at ease with this big lead right now, so he could continue to, run the clock out and just try and get out of here with a win as playoffs and as games continue to heat up and every game becomes bigger for this Knights team who is looking to make a run at the Gold Ball. Meeker is set to kick off here, and the Knights offense will be back on the field. They have had an outstanding game, as we discussed earlier. Drew Wood, 4 touchdown passes. Mason Snyder, 3 touchdowns. Logan McGowan, blocking, catching one-handed balls. I mean, this offense has it all. Playmakers all over the field. Bulldogs set to kick off here. And this is a short kick. Right to a Knights player down at the 37-yard line. Just caught it and went right down. That was Matthew Jolliffe, actually, the kicker. Crazy how versatile he is. You see him in on defense all the time, and he catches that kick like it was nothing, goes down, and the Knights will have a chance here.
Jolliffe has the ball about the 37-yard line. The Knights will have first and 10.
First down and 10 here for Drew Wood and this Knights offense as he comes out in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking to throw. He does across the middle, and it is caught. Wow, what a tackle there by Cade Massey. Was just grabbed by the hips and flung down. Michael Morris with a great catch there. That was an athletic play, went up and got the ball a little bit high. Great catch by Michael Morris there.
Second and 7 for the Knights.
Yeah, that was a good catch because it was a high throw. He went up and got it. Wasn't afraid of the hit. It was a good catch by Michael.
Second down and 7 here. Drew Wood hands the ball off. This will be Silas Ward on the outside. Takes a snap. That's Peyton Brady, it looks like, actually. Down and around the... Oh, he keeps going. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Knights. Wow, what a run. Justin Walraven, the fastest guy on the Knights, the fastest guy on the field. I got it wrong twice. It's because I couldn't see his number because he was so dang fast. Justin Walraven down the field for a Knights score. What a play, and that will only bump up his 8.5 yards per carry. Justin Walraven, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to tell you again, there were 3 or 4 amazing blocks to open that up too. I mean, Justin is just an amazing kid with such talent, but he had some help there along the way.
He was flying down the field. I thought he was going to step out at around the 10-yard line. Looked like they had him, and he just broke through there. This extra point is blocked here. Looks like it's going to be dead right away. That will count as Matthew Jolliffe's 3rd missed extra point of the night. Nothing that you can do about that one, though, as the line did not hold up and the kick was blocked. Nonetheless, great drive from the Knights and Justin Walraven. Again, just hand him the ball and get out of the way. The blockers did their thing. Justin Walraven took that ball up the left sideline and looked to be stopped, but broke through the pile with his blazing speed in for another Knights touchdown. And Justin Walraven continues his incredibly impressive season.
We've said it a bunch tonight, but the weapons on this team offensively, it's just they're just loaded with weapons. People, these kids can catch, they're fast, they're tough. Just great weapons on this team today.
Knights are set to kick here after that touchdown. 1:05 left in this third quarter of play. That's a booming kick down to about the 27-yard line. Oh, and Meeker's going to try a little trickery. They pitch the kick, and the Knights are there. Read it from the beginning, and that was Michael Morris on the kickoff there, as he's doing it all for the Knights here. And the Knights defense will have a chance to make another big stop here. Ty Gabbert back on the field here in the shotgun, calls a man in motion. He takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, looking for a hole, not much, flung down, but he was flung forward, so he gains about 5 or 6 yards. That was Kevin Grady. Bulldogs have a second down here in what looks to be maybe the last play of this third quarter as we head into the last quarter of the game. Knights might have jumped off sides there, and I think they did. Man, they have really struggled with that offsides penalty this game. Crossings has struggled with that hard count as they've had 4 offsides penalties now.
I think each one of them gave him a first down as well.
Gabbert from the shotgun once again here. He takes the snap. He hands off on the outside. It's Grady, tries to pop it to the outside, and he is stopped short there. It'll be about 2nd down and 4, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. While the teams take a break heading into the fourth quarter, we will take a break from the booth too. You're listening to Crossings versus Meeker tonight in a 2A battle. Thank you for joining, and we will be back shortly. We are back here with fourth quarter action as Meeker will start the ball in the shotgun and hand it off. Not much there, maybe a yard, but the Knights are there to set up a third down. It looks like it's going to be third down and around 1 yard. Will be interesting to see if the Knights can make a stand here.
Yeah, I know Meeker would be tempted to throw this ball, but I would run this ball if I were them. This is 2-down territory here.
Ball placed right at the 50-yard line. Looks like Meeker's going to have a quarterback sneak right here, and they get it. It looks like, yes, Gabbert does get it. He pushes the pile forward for that extra yard they needed, and the Meeker Bulldogs will have a fresh set of downs here to start the fourth quarter. That was Cole Taylor in on the tackle there, his first tackle of the night. From the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Grady on the outside. Oh, man, and he has some wheels. He gets about 15 yards there as he just splits through two Knights defenders and turns it upfield. Grady continues his impressive day, one of the few bright spots for this Meeker team on this Friday night.
Yeah, Grady's good. He's got a burst of speed. I mean, he can get upfield quick.
Gabbert in the shotgun here, looking to the sideline for the play call. Every time he looks to the sideline, it shocks me how few players that Meeker has. That sideline just looks so empty. Gabbert with a quick curl out to, it looks like Compton there on the outside. Great timing play, great timing route, and you wonder why we haven't seen any more of those this game to try and get Gabbert in some sort of rhythm. Knowing how good this crossings line is, you would expect some short passes to where he doesn't have to think about it and doesn't have to worry about getting sacked.
Yeah, our corners are giving him 7-yard cushion, so those curl routes will work.
Gabbert from the shotgun here, hands off, and this is Grady once again, but he does not have the success, the same result as the last time, as the Knights are there for that one. Great tackle there as Mullinex blows that one up behind the line. The whole Knights defensive line was really in on that one and really aware and not going to get beat by that same play. The ball is on the 32-yard line where the Meeker Bulldogs will have a third down here. The Knights have been great on third down this game and fourth down. We'll see if they can get off the field right here. Gabbert from the shotgun steps back. He's looking to throw. Solid protection. Rolls out to his right. Still looking to throw. Goes deep, and this one's just out of bounds. He had to throw that one away. Looks like there might have been a hold in the backfield, but there are no flags on the field, and the Knights have forced a 4th down and 7. You have to think that this is 4-down territory and that the Meeker Bulldogs are going to be going for this one.
Yeah, Olsen had his guy deep, and that's who they were trying to hit. But he had great coverage down there, so the only option was to throw the ball out of bounds there.
Looks like my eyes did not fail me, and the hold I saw was real. There is a flag on the field, and Meeker will get pushed back for holding. You wonder if this is punting territory now. They were for sure going to go for it, but now it's almost impossible. Looks like that's going to actually make this a 3rd down, and they will get to redo that down now with the accepted penalty. 3rd down and a long ways to go here for Meeker. Takes the snap, evades the Crossings defensive line. Oh, my goodness, gets by 2 people, throws it downfield, and it's caught. What a play there by Ty Gabbert, otherwise known as Johnny Football there. He was just running around in the backfield, making guys miss everywhere, and hit a guy right on a slant route, crossing the field. Across his body, made that throw. Impressive play by Gabbert.
Yeah, who was it? Mullinex and I believe Mahan were just chasing him all around the field.
Had him in the backfield.
I think he went back 15 yards before he threw the ball.
Great play there to stay on his feet by Gabbert and find an open man downfield. Now it's 4th down here, 4th and 6. Takes the snap. Gabbert looking to throw. He's going to go across the field again, and this one is dropped. Solid defense there. Was still open across the field, but the ball was thrown just a little bit behind him on a slant. That was intended for Braden Harris. And it looks like it was broken up there by Peyton Brady, who continues to have a great game. That ball was just thrown a little bit behind him to where his receiver couldn't make a play on it.
Yeah, Braden was moving towards the middle of the field. The pass was to the outside of the field. Just couldn't pull that in. This is a tough break for Meeker.
Knights will take over on downs here after that 4th down stop as Drew Wood comes out in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off on the outside here, out to the 35, to the 40, turns it upfield. That's Walraven again. That's actually Peyton Brady. Out to the 51-yard line. Great run by Peyton Brady. Him and Walraven look the exact same on the field. Their running style is so similar as they're both just two, short, quick guys that just you can't catch them. They just squeeze away from you, and you can't get your hands on them.
There's no shortage of 5'9" speed out there.
No shortage at all. That's McGowan in at quarterback. He takes a snap, and he's looking to throw. He's running around. He does throw, and it's caught. Logan McGowan throws a completion on his first pass of the game. Logan McGowan is fired up. He wants to stay in at quarterback. What a pass by Logan McGowan. He took the snap, and he just ran around looking for someone to get open, and then he made a football play. And, sometimes when you have those athletic wide receivers like Snyder, like McGowan, you think they haven't thrown a football before in their life. No, they play pitch and catch all the time. Logan McGowan was ready to make that throw.
And it was a nice catch by the freshman, Bennett Baker.
Looks like McGowan is going to stay in at quarterback. He's telling people where to go now. McGowan from the shotgun here. He takes the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He throws another completion there on the outside, and this one's good to about the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the field. That's about a 20-yard completion for Logan McGowan.
Matt Jolliffe on the reception there.
Jolliffe is just doing it all for the Knights, and they're going to keep McGowan in at quarterback here. What an impressive few plays. Looks like Drew Wood is out there helping McGowan on what to do and with the play calls. Great leadership from Drew Wood, not in the game and just helping out his teammates. Looks like Drew Wood is going to go back in the game here. And the referees have called holding on the Knights there, which will negate that screen pass from McGowan to Jolliffe. And the Knights will have a 2nd down and short here.
Took the officials a long time to figure out who that hold was on.
And Drew Wood back off the field. He's just out there helping McGowan, stepping up, being a leader. McGowan from the shotgun here takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. And that is a strong run for a 1st down. That is a 1st down run by Justin Walraven, who continues to have a solid game. Looks like one of the Meeker players is down on the field. We will have an injury timeout here.
There's got to be a little bit of an adjustment on the snap here. You went from 6'5" to 5'9".
And Drew Wood, I love how he's just staying engaged. We've seen it so many times where, quarterbacks come out of the game. Obviously, Drew Wood has built a massive lead here, but he is still completely engaged on the sidelines with his team, helping out Logan McGowan, who has come in and taken over for him. And he is just a great teammate tonight, helping out his players. He's actually on the field giving Logan McGowan the play and then running off the field after every single play. McGowan once again from the shotgun here, 2 to his left, 1 to his right, running back in the formation, takes a snap. It's a speed option to the left, and McGowan's going to turn this one upfield. He's out to about the 30-yard line, squeezes through the defense at about the 23-yard line. great run there by Logan McGowan. Looks like this one is coming back for holding too. So many holding calls on the field, and the Knights just cannot catch a break.
Flag was on the play.
I just saw that play over again. I see the hold, but it was actually Meeker who was holding the Knights player, and the Knights player was just trying to push off. But it did look like the Knights was holding, but it was actually Meeker that should have been called for that hold.
It'll be 1st down and 20 here as Drew Wood runs off the field after giving McGowan the play. McGowan from the shotgun here. Calls a man in motion. McGowan takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and that is good for around a gain of 5 by Justin Walraven there, and it will bring up a 3rd down and long here as Drew Wood trots back onto the field to give McGowan the play. And you wonder if Coach Keithley is going to let McGowan air it deep here. Give the fans what they want, Coach. We want to see McGowan air it out.
Yeah, let's test his arm right here. Let's see what he's got. Come on, Coach.
2nd long here for McGowan. Oh, my goodness, another flag down on the field.
I'm not sure, but they might give a penalty to Drew Wood for running off the field. Too many men breaking a huddle. Too many men.
So now Logan McGowan is going to have to run to the sideline every time and get the call from Drew Wood, which is probably what should have been happening in the first place.
It was quite unusual.
Not many times do you see a quarterback give the play in the huddle and then trot off the field. McGowan is going to have his work cut out for him here on 2nd down and 20. Calls a man in motion. McGowan takes the snap, hands off to the man in motion, cuts it upfield with a few blocks ahead of him, and he's out to around the 40-yard line. Great carry there. A great play by Michael Morris there on the reverse handoff from Logan McGowan, who trots back to the sideline to get the next play.
Very nice play by Michael Morris. He just saw a hole. He cut it up. Got about, 7 or 8 yards. Very nice play. Intelligent play.
Morris continues to have a great game here. It's good to see a senior like that break out here on senior night and really step up when the Knights need him. 3rd down and 11 here, and this is where we might get to see McGowan pass the ball. One to the left, 2 to the right. McGowan from the shotgun takes a snap. He's rolling to his right, looking to throw it, looking to throw. He wants to. He does. And it's picked off. This one was tipped and picked off there by, it looks like, Jason Brewer, who turns it up to around the 33-yard line. Not much you can do there if you're Logan McGowan. He tried to make a play. It got tipped early, and it was picked off after being in the air for about 5 seconds.
There was a block in the back on the return, so it's going to go back 15 yards from that spot.
Looks like it will be blocking the back after McGowan's interception. Again, tipped pass. Probably should have just turned that one up, but I understand. Up 49-16. McGowan probably won't be playing quarterback much more in his career. Just had to, test it out, get a few extra yards. Gabbard back onto the field here for the Meeker Bulldogs. From the shotgun here, he takes the snap, hands the ball off to the outside, cuts it back to the inside, and he is blown up by the Knights. Great defense there by Blake Meek once again. I have called his name so much on the defensive side. He just does all the dirty work for the Knights and continues to just be an outstanding player. Something to note here going into the next game against Millwood and playoffs is Drew Taylor is on the sideline in a walking boot with crutches. We hope to see him get well soon. That would be a brutal blow for the Knights. Gabbert back to pass. He's rolling to his right, wants to throw deep, and he is going to throw it, and it's caught. There's a flag on the field. This one looks like it's going to be holding. I wish we had stats so that I could tell you how many holdings we have had tonight. But holy smokes, we cannot keep the flags off the field.
Those referees are going to have to ice their arms down, their shoulders.
I
from
mean,
kicking the
they are
flag and
throwing
it.
flags after every play, which has really delayed this second half.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime. 9:40. You know it's true, Ross. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is it a timeout? They're trying to figure out who the penalty was on, where the ball's at.
I feel like a lot of these calls, there have been some confusion involved in the decision-making process on the field. Looks like this one is going to get backed up to inside their own 10-yard line here, as it will be second down and very, very, very long for this Meeker team. Meeker will have the ball on the 11-yard line. The first down is set right now at the 33-yard line. Gabbert from the shotgun here, facing his own end zone, takes the snap, looking to throw, wants to go down the middle, and he is gobbled up and sacked by this Knights defense close to a safety down there. Looks like he's going to avoid the safety, but what a play by the Knights defensive line there. That was Nolan Matthews in on the tackle. We haven't called his name much tonight, but he really got in there and made an impact there for the Knights, pushing that offensive line back and just swarming him.
Yeah, nice job by the freshmen. Again, we've had a lot of freshman impact tonight. It's good to see these freshmen stepping up and getting some experience early.
From the 1-yard line here, Gabbert drops back to pass, gets the ball off, screen pass with room to work, makes one man miss, and he's going to go down at around the 11-yard line, where it is going to be fourth down, I believe, fourth down and around 20.
I would think a punt is coming up here.
I understand it's the end of the game and you want to take as many shots as you can, but you have to punt this ball so that the Knights won't score again.
And I would think the Knights would just have the courtesy to run the ball up the middle the rest of the way here.
We're approaching that 2-minute mark here as Gabbert is set to punt this ball away for the Bulldogs, and Snyder is set deep to receive here for the Knights. Looks like that's actually McGowan back deep to receive for the Knights. This punt is away. Looks like someone might have gotten a hand on it. McGowan calls for a fair catch and goes down immediately at the 41-yard line. Tough catch. That was a scary play right there. He was falling down before he caught it and still held on to it. And the Knights will have the ball for the last drive of the game at around the 41-yard line. We'll see if they just finish this one out. And Benton McKim right now is in at quarterback for the Knights with opening up in the shotgun here. He takes the snap and hands off up the middle. Looks like that might be Walraven again.
I think that was number 15, Bennett Baker, actually, at quarterback, freshman. Looked like 16 from up here, but I think it was 15.
It is 15. That's Bennett Baker in at quarterback, actually. Gain of 8 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 2 with a minute left here in this game. And this one is all but over, folks. Crossings will just go ahead and run this one out after this play. Bennett Baker from the shotgun here. He takes the snap and hands off right up the middle for about a 2-yard gain. First down. Jonah Neer on that run there for the Knights, his first carry of the night, and we are under a minute left. The Knights are going to come away with a big-time win here, 49-16. against the Meeker Bulldogs, which pushes the Knights to 7-2 and 5-1 in the district. They have a chance to win the district. Their playoff hopes are alive. They look forward to maybe hosting a playoff game. What an exciting time to be a Crossings football fan. Heading into playoffs, one of their most successful years in team history, as Baker kneels it down, and they are going to take this one 49-16. Emphatic win for the Knights. Great all-around performance. Drew Wood, 4 touchdowns. Mason Snyder, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What a game here by the Knights. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Ty Gabber and Kevin Grady had fantastic games for Meeker. Grady did all he could tonight running for his life, and Grady really made a difference here for the Meeker Bulldogs. We look forward to having you join us for basketball season, as we will be back in the booth calling games live, and are looking forward to you guys joining us on that journey as well. Thank you for joining us tonight as the Knights come away with the win. Checking out is Ross Lovelace.